Hey, this is Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, the Big Bad Booty Daddy, and you listen to IcoPod, the best podcast going today. Holler if you hear me.
And we are back with bonus episode number 15 of IcoPod. I'm Bob Howling Jr., and with me as always is Austin Skinner. Austin, looks like you have avoided the hurricane that was coming your way. It is Labor Day weekend, for those of you guys who are wondering, September 1st. How's it going in Orlando, Florida?
Well, it's funny you bring that up because this thing has shifted about 12 times in the last 12 hours. So, 1 minute you look, it's going to hit the coast, and then another minute, it's not even going to make landfall, and then it's changing all the time. So, currently, it was supposed to be here by, when we were monitoring it at work on Wednesday, it was supposed to be here by last night at 8 p.m. It is currently Sunday. So, needless to say, things have changed. We really haven't gotten any severe weather yet. So now they're saying it's not going to hit until maybe tomorrow night, Monday night, actual Labor Day itself. So I don't know, man. I don't know if people are just overreacting or what, but now it's not even supposed, at this current time, things will probably change in the middle of this podcast, but at this current time, it's supposed to kind of travel up the coast, not really come in too far inland, and kind of hit Florida, Georgia, Carolinas, but not at the impact. Originally, Orlando was a direct hit, direct line of sight, but it's changed so much. I don't even know. I've eaten half of my hurricane snacks. I don't even give a shit anymore. All right.
You haven't portioned it out?
Not at all, dude. If anything, I've ramped it up. So whatever, I'm ready for it either way. I guess it hit I don't know, the Virgin Islands last night, and the wind speeds were 165 miles an hour.
Holy shit.
So it's kind of like a NASCAR is fucking blowing through your window. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm nervous still, but I'm not as nervous as I was on Wednesday when they're saying, hey, listen, Saturday night, get ready to get destroyed, because that hasn't happened. So I don't know. Maybe it'll keep pushing its way out and we really won't see too much of it, but it's all up in the air still.
Well, that's kind of a relief, I guess, that you're...
yeah, that I'm not dead yet, but it might be coming.
It might be coming. You've extended your life a little bit.
Yeah.
That's good. Just to give you guys a time frame of where we are at in terms of the regular IcoPod series. We just completed the July 11th edition of Raw, which featured 1-2-3 Kid and Bret Hart battling at it. So, of course, we tape quite a few of these. Pretty recently, actually, we had gone a while without doing a bonus episode. Then we did Super Bowl 4. It's been a week or two maybe, and now we're doing another one.
Yeah, we have discussed before, when it comes to watching old school WCW, man, it's our soft spot. So I can always make time for a good old WCW bonus episode.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, or if you didn't read the description already, it is Spring Stampede 1994, which took place on April 17th, 1994 in Chicago, Illinois. We were going to have a special guest on this episode. In the past, we've had Joe Fortune.
Yeah, Joe Fortune.
And we had Dallas Gridley, who did not have a fun time with Beach Blast.
No.
Not in the slightest. This week, this time around, I should say, we were going to have my new girlfriend, Sarah, on the broadcast here. Unfortunately, she did not get much sleep at all in the previous 24 hours. So she is currently unconscious, sleeping. And I reminded her that we were going to do this. And then I told her that I'm not going to force you to watch a pay-per-view that you have absolutely nothing invested in, nor are you really interested in. And then she was like, okay. So she was not putting up much of a fight because she was extremely tired. But rest assured, she will be on one of these bonus episodes, and it will be WCW 1994. And you can take that to the bank.
And let me just clarify here. So, Bob, we planned this bonus episode kind of Thursday when we did our normal recording. I said, hey, you know what? I got nothing going on. I got to hunker in from this storm. Let's jump on Sunday if you're not doing anything. Bob says, okay. So later on in the week, he texts me like it's some casual thing and says, yeah, Sarah might be jumping on. I said, holy shit, get ready for the storm of downloads. Fuck Dorian. We are going to get a hurricane of downloads in this episode. It needs to be released immediately.
Yeah.
Come to find out, Bob's disappointing me.
Yeah.
I want Bob's ass to go take a nap, and I want her to come out.
Yeah.
And me and her will just do it. But suffice to say, we're going to have to live to see that day because it's not today.
Yeah. But again, she will for sure be on one. She did have a level of interest in it, but I'm not going to force her to.
You're not going to rip her out of the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't worry, guys. She will be on here, and I'm sure she'll be entertaining and be a lot of fun. But what's going to be a lot of fun is Spring Stampede 1994. This is arguably one of my favorite WCW shows I've ever watched. It's been quite a while, though, since I've tuned in to watch it, because I knew it was coming up in bonus episodes anyway, so I haven't ventured into it. You were saying off the air, Austin, that you had not maybe seen any of it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like jumping off of the description, which I can click more, so let's see. Well, I'll just read right through here. So we, of course, are on the WWE Network, Spring Stampede. Spring Stampede 94. It's Sunday, folks. It's the Lord's Day. Give me a break. Ric Flair defends the WCW World Heavyweight Championship against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Vader battles The Boss. Sting faces ravishing Rick Rude for the WCW Intercontinental World Heavyweight Championship. Stunning Steve Austin defends the United States Championship against the Great Muta. The Nasty Boys face Cactus Jack and Maxx Payne. Great. So that's our description. Obviously, you can tell I'm really excited for that last one because I fucked it up. But I want to say that I've seen Steve Austin and Muta and Sting Rude. I want to say from this show. Ricky Steamboat and Flair, I mean, I guess if you kind of seen one of their matches,
you might have seen them all.
You might have seen them all. So, I mean, maybe that qualifies. But I know, well, just because I'm a Muta mark and there's not much of him on the network, I know I've seen Steve Austin Muta from this show at least.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. So I think I'm vaguely familiar compared to some of the shows in our very recent bonus history past for WCW.
Yeah, and I believe I mentioned it on Super Bowl 4. This is going to be the beginning of maybe really 4 or 5 shows that are kind of a weak spot for me. So, your Stampede, your Slamboree, Bash at the Beach, Fall Brawl, and even Havoc 94 are all shows that I can usually find some entertainment out of. I'm probably going to enjoy this one the most, probably since Havoc 93, I would say. So this should be interesting. I'm already at all zeros. I know you are as well, Austin. So when I count down from 5, we will begin our live watch experience. If Sarah were to wake up like a zombie, I will sure announce it and maybe convince her to at least say hello. And then she might sit on the couch and just watch from a distance, and I will maybe provide any kind of comments that she has. We'll see. It's a 3-hour show, folks. You never know what happened. So here we go. Ready, Austin? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go.
We're getting our opening video package with shots of the stars.
Well, I lied because my controller
WCW.
died.
Okay, let me just go ahead and pause that. So we're at about 13 seconds in here as Bob scrambles off camera. Let's see what he says here. He's sitting back down.
This is some kind of practical joke. So where are you at right now, Austin?
I was just letting our people know that we are at 13 seconds. I'd be happy to go ahead and go back if you'd like me to.
No, so I'll just let you know I'm at 13, and then you can just click it again.
Okay.
All right, so I'm at about 7, maybe 10, 11, 12, and right now.
Okay.
All right, so we got Pillman chopping Regal. It looks like it's a rundown of the card for us.
Yeah. Like I was saying, just shots of the stars here. Of course, the biggest star we've seen so far, Maxx Payne, featured in this video opening. I hate the Nasty Boys. I can't stress that enough. Let's see here.
I like the Nasty Boys. They're a guilty pleasure of mine.
We get big back body drop for Rick Rude. Rick Rude looks like he's 3 shades away from Booker T as far as the tan goes.
Yeah. Looks like Bunkhouse Buck just hit him over the head with a trophy.
Great.
Oh, there's the fake handcuff spot there that he ripped off.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was too close to recent memory for me.
Yeah. You have any drinks or snacks over there, Austin?
I do have a water with me. I've kind of been snacking all day. As I said, I've eaten pretty much all of my hurricane snacks because I have no self-control. But the good news is I'm 8 pounds away from weighing under 200 pounds.
Wow.
I don't know the last time that I weighed under 200 pounds. So I'm quite excited for that.
That is an impressive feat the feat that you're at now for your weight loss goal is incredible. I just want to point out too, it wasn't really Chicago, it was the Rosemont, Illinois. I don't know what the difference in that is at all, but there you have it. Mean Gene's probably already plugging his hotline. You want to find out who died? Just call his phone number. It's only $2 an hour, $2 a minute. Kids
and it
don't
goes right in my pocket.
Yeah, kids, don't get your parents' permission. I really need the money. And I believe this is going to be Aaron Neville that's going to sing the national anthem here, I think.
They got the color guard out here.
We actually have seen this man before. Do you remember when we saw this man?
Oh, yeah. He was at a WWF show.
Yes, he was. Do you remember which one?
Something tells me it's Survivor Series.
No, I believe it was SummerSlam 93.
Oh. Lex Yoko.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you're right.
Now, the thing about this guy is that his voice is borderline horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a high pitch. Yeah, the way he does it. And the rock is wrinkly, bursting in it. I turned up the volume a little bit just because it's truly awful.
Oh, we're getting an overlay of fireworks on the video package here.
Apparently, he's actually a big WCW fan.
Oh, okay.
So, is this the WCW logo in the middle of the ring? Was that at Super Brawl? I don't believe it was.
I don't remember seeing it. No. This guy looks like a dollar store Mr. T.
He does. I don't like the leopard print top.
No.
Skin tight leopard print.
Nope.
He is pretty jacked though. Gotta give
this is I believe the connection here is Tony Atlas's like really weird cousin.
Probably.
That's what I'm picking up on him.
Here we go with Shivani and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Shivani's actually relevant here in 2019. He'll be a commentator for All Elite Wrestling. Looks drastically different in comparison.
Yeah, Tony looks like he's kind of been through the ringer.
Today's standards, yeah.
Yeah. Bobby here in a red jacket, red bow tie.
This is
looking thin. Bobby's looking thin.
He's looking good.
Yeah.
It looks like a pretty good crowd. A lot more energy I'm feeling already compared to Super Brawl 4.
Yeah. Chicago.
Yeah, that's probably. I feel like Chicago's always been like a hotbed for wrestling.
Yeah, they're like real responsive to it.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're going right into our first contest. I'm liking the stage again. They still got like a little rampway.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Johnny B. Bad, who is absolutely shredded.
But why is he dressed like the Rhinestone Cowboy?
I don't know. That's a really good question. Maybe the whole Stampede theme. You know.
Good God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Minnie Driver is pissed that he is wearing her outfit to the ring right now.
But even compared to like what we saw at Super Bowl, he is looking shredded.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
Like the quick transformations on these guys is a little alarming.
It's all about the vitamins, brother.
Yeah, eat those Flintstones.
We got the confetti guns being fired here.
The Bad Blaster.
I kind of wish Johnny B. Bad had lipstick on.
Well, I believe at one point he did.
Yeah. Well, for like this outfit, he needs the ruby reds kicking.
Yeah. He would definitely enhance them for sure. These guys are super excited to have freaking glitter all over them now. Interesting. He's going to be wrestling Diamond Dallas Page, and he is actually with Diamond Doll, who would be Kimberly. Last time around, it was just some random woman that I had never seen before.
And I'll tell you what, he's kind of toned shit down a little bit.
He actually has like a vest that is some effort was put into it.
Yeah, he's wearing like all black instead of like fucking lime green and purple.
Yeah, he's still wearing like sweatpants though.
Yeah, still, yep, he sure is.
So that's unfortunate. But he has an absolutely gorgeous wife.
Yeah, correct.
So
who's the real winner?
Yeah, the next time somebody goes, "Hey Bob, maybe you shouldn't wear sweatpants," I'm gonna be like, "Well, I have Sarah, so look at me now."
Okay.
There is a gentleman waving a dollar bill at the Diamond Doll, so he is soliciting prostitution. That is a not legal thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm liking the camera angle here. It looks like it's a little elevated.
Yeah, compared to regular hard cam, it does look like it's at an angle, maybe a little bit, an angle down.
Yeah, I'm liking that. Johnny B. Bad's fired up. He's close to the floor.
Starting him off hot here.
Diamond Doll's threatening to break up with DDP. I think she was just like, it's over if you don't get back in there.
Yeah, if you don't beat this guy who dresses like a female cowboy, we're done.
We're through. Johnny looks like a star compared to DDP here.
Oh my God, completely. DDP's just so awkward in the ring. He like tries to be technical and does like some technical moves, but it doesn't work.
I think we made this comparison before. He's like the drunk uncle at the trailer park trying to wrestle the amateur pro wrestler in the neighborhood, and he's just going to be made a fool out of.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Looks like we have usually in like the front row there's like a wide range of characters, but this one looks like it's mostly adult men. There's one woman with her husband, it looks like, but
yeah, it looks like the 1950s bought out the whole front row.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Well, it is kind of funny though. You look at the front row, it's all 40 to 50-year-olds, and then you go up a little ways, and it's like there's your younger group of audience here.
Right.
Some generic offense here to begin.
Yeah, mostly rest holds. I mean, it's an opening match, so I guess they're not really trying to burn the house down, but it's too bad B-Bad's character wasn't a little bit more serious, because you could have definitely had way more with him.
Well, you should have seen it in like 91.
Well, yeah.
Or even in 92. I mean, it was a complete joke.
Right. Yeah, they've definitely toned it back since then.
Mm-hmm.
But still. Oh, DDP powers out like he's Andre the Giant at a 1 count.
I think Johnny's still wearing some blush, though.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I could see him and Rude as a tag team.
No, not in his current incarnation, I don't think.
No, but have Johnny be kind of the guy who bumps around and Rude be the powerhouse guy.
No.
They just look similar, that's all.
They do. They have a similar look.
DDP hits a back suplex. He's feeling himself now.
DDP could probably team with a guy like, Charlie Norris or something. The Equalizer.
Oh, God.
We all like to wear sweatpants.
Oh. Good Lord. You leave Dave Sullivan out of this, goddammit.
You're the one that like him.
Yeah, I know.
You like Dave Sullivan, and then you give me crap for liking Tex Slazenger.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, whatever.
It's all about Shanghai Pierce.
Whatever. Tex is the way to go. DDP actually hits a wrestling move, a little gut buster a couple of seconds ago.
I see a sign that just got flashed. Who booked that?
Really? Already?
Yeah, I was going to say, mind you, it's 94 and it's the first match in.
Yeah.
So.
That's pretty funny. Well, do you think we're going to see Terry Taylor tonight? I know he debuted the Jackhammer last pay-per-view.
Who knows, man? I hope not.
I hope we do. Thank you. There's Kimberly. I appreciate that on my television screen. Look at that. There's a nice little upper deck there, too. So this has got to be their biggest crowd.
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
We want Chris and Tammy. There's no way. Is that in relation to Chris Candido and Tammy Fitch?
I would think so.
There's no way.
It's subliminal messages.
There's no way that is real life. Because they totally should. I mean, Tammy Fitch at this point for Smoky Mountain was super over as a heel. And Chris Candido was pretty good.
I think we've talked about it before, but I've never been sold on Chris Candido.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's like I always associate him with Shane Douglas as a Shane Douglas light. And I
think a lot of people would make the argument that Chris Candido is in fact better than Shane Douglas. In
the ring, yeah. I don't think there's an argument there, but I don't know, man. He's not enough for me.
I get it. Ooh, Johnny Bad just dove over the top rope to take DDP out with a crossbody.
And that took the wind out of him.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about it. This is making me wonder why Kimberly would want to be with DDP.
Yeah, because he's getting his ass whooped.
And he hasn't really done anything cool.
No.
Oh, the referee just shoved him. That's rude.
Oh, my God.
Oh, all right.
I thought that sunset flip was going to get wicked fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, he had to jump almost 3/4 of the ring for that.
Yeah, DDP was definitely out of position for that finish.
Yeah, he's too far away. But Johnny Bad wins the match after a top rope sunset flip. That was pretty quick.
That's, I think, for the better. I think it's for both of these guys at the current point, quicker the better.
And I just noticed too on the hard cam side, if you're watching it from a hard cam standpoint, it's more like the middle of the ring. That wasn't that far.
Hey, even still.
Yeah. The ramp is actually on the left-hand side. Usually it's on the right-hand side.
Oh.
For
very astute of you.
For pay-per-views, right? At least. For
Yeah.
WCW, I feel like.
Very astute of you to notice, Bob.
Yeah, this is a little thing I do.
Tony's saying here, yes, I am a pervert in 2019, and I still got hired by AEW. What is your excuse, Bobby Heenan? That's right, you're no longer with us.
Wow. Bobby Heenan, gone too soon. I like Bobby Heenan. He's a good guy. Miss him. I mean, I never met him, but I can still say that because I do.
Bobby Heenan might be the funniest guy in wrestling ever.
Yeah, I mean, did he use his material a lot over and over again? Sure. But it was always good stuff.
Well, it's like the Beatles. You always play the hits.
Sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You
That's a
know?
good comparison. Well, here's Jesse Ventura. He's saying right now, I'm going to be the governor of Minnesota in 4 years.
Not with that rat tail, he ain't.
Absolutely not. He's not looking great. That's disgusting. I don't like that.
Gene saying here, listen, I just made $100,000 for my hotline in the last 12 minutes, Jesse. What are your plans when you become the governor? What are you going to do? Tell us. Well, let me tell you, conspiracy theories here, conspiracy theories there. It's all the same to me. I'm going to rip people off and tell them how other people are ripping them off. What do you think of that, Gene?
And I'm going to get royalties from the WWF. And right now, me and Gene saying, you're absolutely insane. There will never be a network for you to collect royalties off of. You're insane. Pay-per-view is the way to go. And buy the VHS tape. And I think Ventura was telling him right now, well, there's going to be DVDs, Gene. And you're insane. You need to stop. No, listen, Gene. Things change. People evolve. We get different stuff. You're okay. Someone get this, man. He's definitely snorting cocaine.
Have you seen his hair? He must be crazy.
That's besides the point, Gene. I did have cocaine, but it was yours. Well, that just made me really upset. Jesse, can't believe you would just blatantly tell me that you're using my cocaine. You can hear all this on the hotline for all of $4 an hour. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. $4 actually every 30 seconds because that cocaine was pretty expensive. So thanks a lot, Jesse. No problem, Gene. And little do you know is that you're buying it from my supplier who gives me a cut. So not only did I snort your cocaine, but now when you buy more, I'm actually getting a cut of your money. It's a win-win. You are an animal, Jesse. How dare you, Gene? I'm a businessman. All right, fair enough. All right, let's go back to the...
All right, fair enough. Shakes his head. Son of a bitch. All right, we're getting a fucking laser light show here. Who's coming out?
Charlie Norris. Oh, no, it's Brian Pillman.
I'm pretty sure Junior has that jacket.
Oh, you do? Nice little name drop there, you and your best friend.
Brian's a good guy.
Yeah.
Me and Brian are on a first name basis.
If he doesn't wrestle Jushin Liger on the first AEW show on TV, they're messing up.
Give it a friggin' rest.
They're messing up, man.
He'll end up hired with them, though, I guarantee you.
I would have to think so, yeah. I mean, I think he has a contract with MLW, but I'm sure
still, yeah.
There.
Yeah.
No, looks like we got Michael Buffer doing commentary. I didn't know we were at the main event already. Oh,
ladies and here we go.
Mr. Bill Dundee, who I will never let myself live down the fact that I didn't know that until about 5 years ago. That's Bill Dundee doing this Sir William. Not proud.
Buffer saying, the Lord and Master of tea and crumpets.
He is the champion of television. And by television, I mean cable.
Wearing the blue cape with red trim. Pillman's already fucking ready to go. He took his jacket off. He's right in the middle of the ring.
I thought he was going to drop kick him right there. I would have had him drop kick Regal and then Sir William just roll to the freaking rampway there. That'd been maybe a funny visual.
Is it me or is Regal always hunched over?
He's always hunched over. He's always holding his lower back.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel like he has lower back issues that are going unnoticed.
Pillman's lighting him up here. Yeah, here we go.
This is kind of a weird development that he's going for the TV title.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say that I hate it, though.
Nah, I mean, something different.
Yeah.
I don't like that Brian's still wearing the Hollywood Blonde shit.
Yeah, you gotta probably change that up a little bit. So I'm sure the fans can even associate the heel attire, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Pillman is not letting up here on William Regal. Or Steven Regal, I should say. Okay, nice little Japanese arm drag.
These guys are working quick.
Pillman is for sure.
Yeah.
So now if this was IRS.
Motherfucker.
He would be putting an abdominal stretch on for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, and probably having the best match of the fucking night.
Whatever. All right, they're on the floor now, and Regal just went arm first over the guard railing. He wants to do it again. And Regal doesn't stop him. Regal, he literally told you that he's going to do it. He could have just ran away.
You know who I hope's doing commentary for this one? We just haven't seen him yet.
Who?
Our good friend.
Art Donovan.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, where's this guy from?
Was this my pick? Oh, I'm changing it.
Hey, is this Razor? Yo, where's Yokozuna? Hey, Randy. My name's not Randy. Well, all right. Gorilla. All right, we're looking like we're trying to separate Regal's shoulder here around the ring post.
He snapped it.
I don't know if I was expecting Regal to get
fucking decimated.
Yeah, he's getting beat up real good right now. Oh, Sir William's running away.
Yeah. Pillman's stalking him on the outside.
Mind you, Sir William was on the complete other side of the ring. Still running away from Pillman. To a point where he almost could have lapped Brian Pillman. Which is kind of weird. Oh, here we go. Regal's getting some offense in here.
When's the NWO coming out?
That's going to be June of 1996.
Oh, okay.
So we're
next
close.
Match? Okay.
Yeah, we're close.
All right.
And I know somebody's going to be like, Bob, it's not June of 96, it's July of 96. Technically, you could even say May, because Scott Hall made his debut in May. And I only said June because that's when Hall and Nash powerbomb Bischoff through the side of the arena thing, the ramp. So, I don't want to hear it. Sick of it.
Yeah. Don't want to frickin' hear it, dude.
Yeah, well, speaking of people who give me guff, Mike Campbell reached out to me the other day, and he is putting in a request to be a part of the Uncensored 95 live watch when we get there.
What the hell?
Yeah.
We got to book these fuckers out 6 months in advance?
Yeah, don't worry, though. I charged him like $350.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, it's like a restaurant. And you know what? And if I double book somebody, it's non-refundable.
Right.
So like, we'll keep
it's their
that
fault.
$350.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like, it's not my fault you didn't read the fine print.
Right.
And so he'll have to deal with it.
It would be nice to get another special guest on here between now and then.
Well, that's where Sarah comes in. I could go in there right now and just wake her up. Just dump some water on her.
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary, but you know what is a shame is that our good buddy, Joe Sweet, wasn't a little shithead and was actually nice to you, Bob.
Joe doesn't like me.
Right, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it would be pretty entertaining to get him on one of these fucking shows. But of course, that will not happen.
Well, he either he doesn't like me or he thinks that I don't like him, which is probably the hang-up.
Well, set the record straight, Bob. Which one is it?
I don't know. I don't have any problem with him.
When's the last time you invited him over?
The last time that I saw Joe Sweet was Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God.
That's a goddamn lie.
That is a damn lie, because walking out of a WWE show, Dallas and I walked into him and I said hello, but that was it. But the last time I hung out with him was 2016 NBA Finals between the Cavaliers and Warriors. And that was a fluke. I had posted something saying I was watching this, and he was like, hey man, you want to watch it together? And I was like, okay, sure. And he came over and we watched it.
That's weird.
Yep. And that was the last time I talked to him. Or last time I hung out with him. But I have no reason to not want to hang out with him.
Well, there you go. The record has been
ankle.
set straight.
Yeah.
The lost ship.
So you need to be like, hey Joe, because he's under the impression, I think we've talked about this before, he's under the impression that I unfriended him on social media, and that's not the case at all.
Well, he's a lying bastard because he's the one who probably unfriended you.
Right.
Because he does that from time to time. He just unfriends people.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a good test to see if I notice, but the thing is, like, I'm not going to re-add you if you unfriend me.
No.
So.
No.
This will be all pretty funny if we do eventually have him on, and then people will be like, oh, they were just talking about this a couple months ago, and now he's on.
Oh.
But like I said, I don't care. I'm 30 years old. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter.
And that's the thing. I mean, is it likely? I mean, no.
Right.
But what the fuck, man? There's no reason for it. Speaking of no reason for it, we are in what seems to be a molestation submission hold.
Yeah, the entire time that we were going through that drama-filled situation, Regal's been kind of just keeping a submission hold on Pillman. So this is, in fact, basically the WCW version of an IRS match. So, you're welcome.
And it's too bad because really the best part of Brian Pillman is when he's able to kind of fly and bump around.
Exactly. The minute you make it a ground and pound,
it's like
you're taking away his best attributes.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, to throw strikes and chops and stuff, but like, I want missile drop kicks. I want springboard cross bodies and other things that he's capable of doing. Mm-hmm. That's a nice move right there. A nice standing hurricanrana.
These two have good chemistry, though. I will say that.
It's not a bad match, but like what you said though, they're not really letting Pillman shine. Yeah. And
I feel like Regal is a good guy to let him shine against, but it's just not happening.
Yeah, like they're focusing more on what Regal can do than what Pillman can do. Like Pillman's adapting to Regal's role here. Mm-hmm. A fireman carry role there for a 2 count right in the middle of the ring. I do like the WCW logo in the middle of the ring like that.
I'm pretty sure this is the first pay-per-view we've seen with that.
I think so. I absolutely believe that's the case.
Again,
it looks like the Saturday night ring.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
It does. Just the lighting and everything.
Yeah. Now we're going back to like submission hold here.
Yeah.
Like a sitting abdominal stretch.
Yeah.
Now he's basically humping him.
Regal's looking at something. It's like Sir William's supposed to be doing a spot here and he's late or something. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe he was looking at the time. Maybe to see where they're at or something.
Yeah, he was definitely stalling. We're up in a bow and arrow now with Pillman.
It's kind of sloppy.
It's Pillman's like helping with his feet to be lifted up.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have him on his knees either. He has him on his shins.
Yeah.
Which isn't going to really execute it very well.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good at all.
Almost to a point where you probably should just let go of it.
Or just like Pillman could literally stand up out of it.
Yeah, like he is right now.
Yeah. The crowd does seem a little bit more riled, though.
Absolutely.
Like, they're definitely riled up.
I think this is, on paper, probably the most stacked show, pay-per-view-wise, that we've had. I mean, sure, the first match that we had was Johnny and DDP.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day here, it's going to be fairly stacked.
Oh.
Going back to the submission. See, this kind of kills the match for me.
Yeah.
It kills the vibe.
I'm taking a swig of my water here.
Of course you are. I have a glass of Pepsi here, and I have a relatively big bowl of pineapple.
Yeah, man, that sounds good.
Yeah. Well, Sarah told me that I should probably eat more pineapple. I don't know what she's referencing.
Okay.
I'm kidding. She did not say that.
Motherfucker.
She did not say that. I can't make those types of jokes anymore because if she's eventually on here, the listeners will be like, oh, that's awkward.
See, now if you don't make those jokes, it's going to be even more awkward because we know you say those jokes.
Right.
Yeah. Brian Pillman's ass is out.
He's like Ric Flair.
Whose wrestling ass have you seen the most?
It's between Flair and Shawn Michaels.
I think Shawn Michaels, for me, has it.
Then for me, it's for sure Flair.
Because I know we've talked about Shawn Michaels' ass on this podcast before.
Yeah. It's my mom's favorite ass.
But I'm pretty sure, like, if you had a police lineup of asses and Shawn's was one of them, I could pick Shawn's out.
Well, you can pick it out just because of like the birthmark on it.
Well, yeah. But still.
I'm just saying.
If there was like some kind of catastrophe where an armed ass robbed a bank and it was in a lineup, Shawn's going to jail because I know immediately which ass it is.
I'm going to say, for me, Ric Flair, because I'm pretty sure on every single Nitro that he wrestled on, his ass was exposed.
Well, you can pick out Ric Flair because as soon as you see his ass, it starts blading and it starts bleeding at the top.
Yeah. That's good.
Bob, why is there so much juice in your fucking pineapples?
Because that's how you make them not dry.
What'd you do? Put water in there? Or is it canned pineapple?
Canned pineapple.
Oh, you bastard. I'm thinking it's fresh that you cut it.
No.
You son of a bitch. That ain't pineapple. That's fucking sugar.
No, it's not. It's natural.
Yeah, okay. Natural,
It costs
Missy
92 cents.
Missy Hyatt natural.
Yeah.
Bunch of shit.
92 cents a can. Now with these tariffs, though, it's probably going to cost me about $1.06. I'm pissed.
Tariffs. Okay, William Regal.
True.
These two are sweating their ass off.
There's probably no air conditioning there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. Chicago, they don't care.
Yeah. Sweat it out. Winter's coming. You're fine.
It's fucking spring, Bob. They just got over winter.
Right. But everybody like, you know what? It's coming. Don't worry. You're fine.
Although in April, Chicago, there's probably still some snowbanks.
Probably.
Pillman with a nice enziguri kick. Both men are down. They're spent. But you know, at the end of the day, William Regal's going to be the fucking champion still. He always is. They ain't going to switch it up on us here. No way. They're jobbing Pillman out as much as they fucking can.
I believe in miracles.
Oh, right on the back of his head there. What is your... Okay, here's a question for you, Bob.
Okay.
What is your go-to event-based snack?
What do you mean by an event-based snack?
So you're at a live event, you're at a wrestling show. What is your go-to concession?
I'm gonna go popcorn.
Really? You're a popcorn guy?
Yeah, I feel like you get... I don't know. I feel like with popcorn, usually it's reasonably priced. And you get a decent amount. Like, you could go to an event and get a pretzel for $4. But within like 4 or 5 bites, that pretzel's gone. If you buy a $3 popcorn, it's in a bag for... Like, you're getting probably 20 to 30 handfuls. So that motion, you're going to get more out of it. Instead of like, oh, I took 4 bites out of a pretzel. I just wasted... $5 or $6 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd say popcorn and a soda. Like I did that at the Northeast Wrestling Show. I got a popcorn and a drink, and it cost me like $6 total.
Right. See, I don't know. For me, every time I look at the popcorn's like $6, and the pretzel's like $4.50.
Yeah, but the popcorn is justifiable because you're gonna have it longer. You're gonna have more of it. I think this match is already over. So Pillman was going for a suplex off the apron into the ring. And then the referee was like, nah, man, you're good. And I just saw that sign. Who booked that? I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The question is, who did book that?
Correct. Yeah.
If that went 10 minutes, that was a pretty quick 10.
Yeah, it was a good match. Yeah.
It wasn't bad. But I'm not liking all these time limit draws and bullshit.
No, yeah, especially with Regal. I feel like this happens every show.
And why was that 10 minutes and the one at Super Brawl was a half hour?
Right.
I don't understand that either.
Well, I'm glad you asked, Bob. My go-to concession.
I asked you that.
No, you didn't.
Hey, Austin, what's your go-to concession snack?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Bob. My go-to concession is, although they're fucking real bad for you.
Skittles.
No, I got a weakness for nachos.
Nachos.
A nacho tray. Yeah. The cheese, I'm usually disgusted by because it's like plastic.
100%. Yep.
But there's something charming about a platter of nachos at a wrestling show. So I indulge.
I'm assuming Bunkhouse Buck would probably love some nachos.
Well, he's probably got some stuck in his beard still.
Probably. He's definitely just recently attempted to grow out that beard.
I don't like that he's wearing a Columbine jacket.
No.
Not really feeling that.
He is associated here, folks, with Colonel Robert Parker. I believe this is his first WCW pay-per-view appearance. He's relatively new to the company. He's a hired man, I'm assuming, for his feud with Dustin Rhodes.
Now, I assume that the briefcase is handcuffed to Parker because inside is the Jim Crow laws.
I didn't even notice that was handcuffed to him. And it's really weird as to why it would be.
Why is Robert Parker racist Billy Gunn?
It's a great question.
I mean, that's basically... Oh, God. Speaking of shit.
We're already going into the... I believe this is a street fight. A Chicago street fight.
Please tell me... Oh, God. Brian Knobbs has a headband on.
He's also got some paint underneath his eyes like he's going to a football game. I would say that they are dressed differently for this match, but it's really just a different t-shirt.
Yeah. Brian Knobbs looks like the fat lesbian mom at like a soccer game.
Yep. He is. I was really impressed that WCW fan used an apostrophe correctly for saying that the Nasty Boys is Cactus Jack's toys. He actually did the apostrophe correctly.
Okay, that's respectable.
To show possession. Nice. That was
what do they fucking got in their hands?
Like kendo sticks or something?
They look like broom handles.
Yeah, I don't know. This is in fact a Chicago street fight. Falls count anywhere. Now you'll remember at Super Brawl, Brian Knobbs is almost murdered twice by Maxx Payne. So it's nice to know that he is not, in fact, dead. Now that this has no rules, though, I'm assuming Brian Knobbs is going to be murdered on this program. Almost certain of it. Maxx Payne, dressed fancy for the occasion. He has sparkling sweatpants on.
They're like leggings.
Yeah, this is incredible to me.
Coming to a Walmart near you, this match.
Oh, there's the slam. See? Look at that. Great. He already gave Jerry Saggs a concussion. And we've been 6 seconds into the match.
This guy hurts everybody every time he fights.
He 100% does. Jerry Saggs is probably like, I just broke 3 of my ribs. Speaking of sweatpants, Cactus Jack is really giving up on the whole persona. He looks like what Mankind would look like in 1999.
Yeah, he's definitely mallet in with the gear here.
This is just all sorts of a weird... You compare this to WWF, this would never happen.
Oh, dude, it's like so backyard.
Yeah. It's so bizarre. But yet these guys are getting paid 6 figures to do it. It's insane.
Knobbs and Cactus in the ring now. Cactus laying it in with his broom handle.
He's wearing like cowboy boots too. I don't understand.
He's not fully committed to the gimmick at this point.
No, he's not. He just did his trademark running clothesline to take them both over the top rope. Jerry Saggs is incorrectly holding that chair. Yep, he just murdered Maxx Payne on the shoulder with that one. That's solid. Didn't even close it. He was like, no, screw you, buddy. It's for trying to break my buddy's neck.
Knobs just got thrown into the railing like a fucking piece of garbage. This is a shit show.
Yeah, this is violent, man. You would think this is ECW.
Speaking of ECW, you know what I watched recently? And
Oh,
I'm
man.
not sure why.
Wow.
I threw on Heatwave 1998.
That's arguably one of ECW's greatest pay-per-views.
Yeah, absolutely. The Masato Tanaka Mike Awesome match. Fucking fabulous. And
I don't know if those guys ever had a bad match, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, right. And the bump that Awesome takes through a table on the outside, on his fucking neck.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity.
Yep. The same man that 2 years later would be the Fat Chick Thriller, that 70s guy, and then Canadian.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. These guys are this is brawling personified. Well, people have left the front row. Maybe they're disgusted with this.
Well, they know it's time to get their nachos and popcorn.
Yeah. Doug Dillinger trying to do something. I'm surprised Doug Dillinger isn't head of security for AEW.
That'd be hilarious. Max Payne fucking sucks.
Yeah, he's not great. Do you think WWF would ever sign that guy?
No.
Never. What use would they have for him?
Right.
Well, we got some drunk guys yelling at Brian Knobbs. I'm sure he couldn't care any less about that.
They're yelling at him, hey, we Googled your asshole. It's gross looking.
I'm telling you, don't do it if you're listening to this. But if you do want to do it, you'll find out why Brian Knobbs had a job for as long as he did.
Oh, my fucking God. Back to the action here. We're over by the concession booth that's obviously set up because it's all gated off and there's no fans to be found.
Yeah, no one's allowed there. I bet you there's kids like, I want to buy a t-shirt. And they're probably like, no.
No. Get in the fucking stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing a split screen here. I remember WCW do a split screen of the same screen. So you would do a split screen, but you could see the same guys in the background. Because they didn't understand what a split screen was supposed to be like. Jerry Sags, can you please fold the chair correctly? He just whacked Cactus Jack with a non-folded chair. It's still not folded shut. Like he must not care today.
Well, you know Jerry Sags is pissed because not only is he Jerry Sags, but he's also known as not Brian Knobbs.
He's the forgotten nasty boy. When you're the forgotten nasty boy,
that's lowest.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Max Payne and Brian Knobbs are just destroying each other with punches. And Max Payne has Knobbs. He can't figure out which way to go. So he puts him through the table that has stuff on it.
Of
the one
course.
that didn't have anything on it.
Stumbles around like he can barely fucking lift him.
Oh, he just ripped off a Nasty Boys t-shirt.
That wasn't planted there.
No, of course not. And now he's shoving it down Knobbs' throat. Or suffocating him with it. I don't know. If that's cotton, he might be unconscious. Oh, no, I think he's okay.
That's right. The WCW quality shirts back then, that thing probably just shrunk 2 sizes.
I would have to think so, yeah. They're selling like a banner for $7. Like a pennant or whatever. That's kind of expensive. $7 for that? That's insane.
Especially in 94.
Yeah, like a t-shirt's $20. A t-shirt has been $20 for 20 years now. Well, more than that, 25 years. Nope. Cactus just went flipping over the railing.
Ugh. Landed right on his fucking hip.
You see what I mean right here? Split screen. It's the same screen.
It's the same thing.
Like, what are we doing?
Oh, look, they're cutting back to Cactus like, oh, we better show something different.
Yeah, we can't go.
Let's show Cactus selling while fucking his partner's getting thrown through the setup of the merch stand.
Yeah.
Because Cactus selling is way more interesting.
But now, see now what they're doing? It's the same thing.
It's literally the same thing.
So the camera guy's like, I can't film that. I gotta go to the different one. Jerry Sags is just pummeling Cactus Jack with a table over his shoulder. These camera guys are hilarious. Okay, so where are we bringing the table there? That's definitely not a worked table.
No, absolutely not. That's why I'm assuming Brian Knobbs went through the merch table and not that table.
You really think Maxx Payne would have figured that out, or was the referee like, no, dude, you gotta go over here?
No, that could be the case too, yeah.
That's probably what it was. All right, well, Cactus and Jerry are going back towards the ring. Yeah, split screen again. But here comes Knobbs and Maxx Payne.
I just want to watch the whole show like this.
Just in split screen?
God. Yeah.
So what Maxx Payne, I think, just put Knobbs through the last remaining wall of the fake concession. Cactus Jack just vertical suplex the table onto Jerry Sags. Oh, my Lord.
See, these are the times where I wish Sarah was fucking here watching this shit.
I know. She would probably be loving it.
Jesus Christ.
Did I tell you? What was that? Was that a shovel?
Fucking shovel to the face.
Oh, my God. I mean, even if that's a plastic shovel, that's got.
I mean, it probably is.
But it's still gotta hurt, right?
But yeah, he fucking whacked him with it. What were you gonna say though?
Well, maybe I'll wait. I'll wait till after this match is done.
Oh God.
What is going on? How is that not? Yeah, okay. I was about to say, how did that not just break through?
Oh Jesus Christ!
You got two guys that weigh at least
300 pounds each. Yeah. Stand up on a little Japanese table and blow right through it. That's pathetic.
Oh my God. Oh man. Did you just see that?
Yeah, his brain's probably splattered all over the fucking concrete.
God, Jerry Sags just threw Cactus Jack off, and then Knobbs throws a shovel. I'm like, oh my God. You gotta be kidding.
Nothing's fucking worked. Knobbs throws a shovel down on Cactus.
What the fuck?
Holy shit, I want to rewind that. Oh my fucking God.
So let's just get this. Okay. Here's a rundown of what happened, folks. Wait, there's more. Okay, he just got hit in the head with a table. Okay. So it starts off with the table breaking in half. No big deal. That's pretty funny. Jerry Sags, I'm assuming, got pissed off. Throws Cactus Jack off the rampway, and Cactus basically has his head explode on the concrete.
He took the bump with his fucking skull.
100%. Brian Knobbs, who's a little ways up the ramp, looks over, lawn darts the shovel that hits Cactus Jack in the head. And
just as Jerry Sags is coming down with like a double foot stomp onto his body.
And then Jerry Sags is standing over this lifeless Cactus Jack with a shovel, and then proceeds to whack him in the head
with
like the shovel.
Where you think Cactus is gonna move
for sure, 100%.
And the shovel literally comes down and just smacks him right in the head, and it's like, oh fuck, something got fucked up there.
Let's go to Johnny B. Bad.
Jesus Christ. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I will go back after this live watch and watch that again. Holy shit.
For a street fight, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, it started off like a flaming fucking turd.
Yeah.
But it ended up people died, so I guess
it's successful.
Served its purpose.
I really don't care what Johnny B. Bad is talking about right now. But so what I was going to tell you, or I don't know if I told you this or not, but a few weeks ago, I actually had Sarah watch a few promos.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And one of them was, I think it was actually like a hype video for a feud between Papa Shango and Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, fucking A.
I brought her in to watch the good stuff right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I explained it to her a little bit, and she watches the hype video, and she goes, "So if Papa Shango has curses, then like he should like win every match." She was like, "As soon as he loses the first one, like he's not real."
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I was like, You get it.
Marry me.
And she's like, what is there to get? I'm like, no, you get it. You
Yeah.
100%, you understand.
Yeah.
So I had her watch like a Repo Man promo. And she's like, this is so silly, but I can see how you like it. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Here comes Quang down to the ring.
Oh yeah, Quang. One of the greatest workers in Japanese history. Oh wait, that's right. That is not Quang. Instead, that's the Great Muta.
You know, the real fucking guy.
The real one. The one that the WWF couldn't get, so they decided to create a really bad one.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed that Muta could find the ring with a headdress over his face like that.
You know, I looked into how to get one of those.
Of course you did.
First of all, I don't know what it's called. Like, I don't know what the real name of that thing is called.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, I assume they're very expensive because the inside is like a crafted helmet. It's not just one little piece of fabric.
Right.
So I'm sure it's very expensive. And number 3, I eBayed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only if it doesn't come up on eBay, you ain't finding it. So it's like impossible to find. I don't know what it's called. It's probably really expensive, and the internet tends to think that this creation has never existed. So I don't know. I'm shit out of luck. So if you know what Muta's headgear is called, what the English language phrase is, let me know. Because I want one.
I'm gonna say it's a glitter winter hat.
Yeah.
It's probably what it is.
I didn't try that, so I'll try that next search.
That's your mistake. In case you people are wondering, Great Muta is wrestling the United States champion Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, I'm sorry, Stunning Steve Austin, who has Colonel Robert Parker in his corner, who does not have a briefcase handcuffed to his wrist. So where did the briefcase go?
Yes, very interesting. What a conundrum we have found.
Yeah, I am confused. Will he have the briefcase later on tonight? Or did they forget that even existed? I don't know anymore. Let's see here. I don't know if there's really any context to this feud. I think it's just a matter of, oh hey, Great Muta's free this weekend. Let's just have him fight Stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I'm in the habit of saying Stone Cold because I just talked about WWF SummerSlam 1999 like an hour before doing this. So if I slip up a bunch of times, don't shoot me for it.
How'd that go, by the way?
I mean, that show is actually pretty bad, which is fitting because, again, Rory, who likes to listen to our shows, usually puts me on for the bad ones. And I'm fine with it. Again, I'm totally good with that. It gives me more stuff to talk about. That's why I volunteered for Fall Brawl 1999. So hopefully in September, I can talk about Fall Brawl 1999.
Yikes.
It's borderline a guilty pleasure of mine. So,
is that the one where Steiner's like the poster?
No, that one has like Goldberg on it. DDP, Sting, Hogan.
Okay.
The one with, are you talking about the Steiner brothers? Like the duo, or is it just Scott Steiner?
I think it's just Scott Steiner.
That might be like 2000.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Regardless, it's around that time.
Yeah, I remember there being one like WCW VHS tape where the guy on the cover is like Hugh Morris. And I'm just like, what? It makes no sense.
What's the one where Scott Steiner is like it's like the straitjacket imagery?
Oh, that's Mayhem 2000.
Oh, yeah, Mayhem 2000. Yeah.
Which Dallas, Hogan 98 money, he's been doing a WCW 2000 watch through. He just finished Mayhem like a week or two ago.
He's still doing that, huh?
He's going until the end, and then he's going to restart it from like 95, I think, and then work his way.
He's not going to like that.
Forward. Well, I told him to hold off on it and do it with us when we get there in IcoPod, because we'll do those for sure as live watches, and we can all just talk about it.
Right. This has been a great match so far, by the way.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing's happened. It's like counters and then just standing there.
Well, welcome to Americanized Muta.
Yeah, that's for sure what's going on here. I bet you Stunning probably went up to Muta and said, "Hey, man, we got 12 minutes. Let's just have an easy night."
Tackle drop down, great missed.
That's it. Here's this IRS tape. We'll just do his entire moveset. And he probably was like, absolutely.
Fucking A. I do love me some Red Muta, though.
I like me some NWO Muta.
Oh, fuck you.
I do. I need to watch more Japan Muta, I think, to get a better appreciation.
Yeah, you really do.
Because even his matches with Sting, I feel like, are like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And those, I remember in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated, they would always hype him up as being like, "Oh, this is an incredible match." And then you go to watch it, and it's like 6 to 8 minutes, and it's just Sting beating him in like no time.
The thing with Muta is he's got a very unique offense style, in that it's like wicked precision, but it's really slow for the most part. Mm-hmm. And then he'll do like quick bursts to where you can't even catch your breath. And then he'll slow it down right back down immediately.
Right.
It's like a really unique like working style. Nobody works like the Great Muta when he's doing it his way. It's really weird.
Is he still like wrestling at all or no?
He makes appearances, yeah.
Does he?
Although now, I mean, he's super limited. He's got like really bad knees. So he's super limited.
I want to say I watched a Pro Wrestling Syndicate show from like 2013 or something, and he pulled off the moonsault for that.
I believe
it. Which was weird. I wasn't expecting him to do it, but he was like fighting like Tony Nese or something.
Oh God!
Or he was teaming with him against two other guys, like Kevin Matthews and somebody else. I'm probably way off on all that, but he did. I'm pretty sure he pulled off the moonsault, and I was like, "You just did that for like 600 fans in New Jersey. That's commitment to your job there, I guess."
Muta popularized the moonsault in the United States.
Well, I mean, wasn't Vader the first guy to do it on American television?
I don't know.
I think that's what it was. That Vader was the first one to do it, and then like 2 weeks later, Bigelow did it too. I would have to think though that Muta did do a moonsault on like WCW or NWA television prior to that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like the first American to do a moon. I don't know.
Well, you can't forget WCCW either. He was in there as the Black Ninja.
Well, I can forget about that because I didn't know that.
Well,
and also that were they on national television or just television in Texas?
I at that time, I don't know. I think it was before national TV deal. Because WCCW, I believe, was at least semi-national at one point.
Yeah, but wasn't that with like USWA? Or CWA?
No, I think it was before that.
Was it?
Yeah.
And that was Texas, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally,
I've told you, I have guilty pleasure for WCCW.
I know you do. I have guilty pleasure for really anything that's bad wrestling, so I'm sure I would enjoy that too.
You probably would, because there's fucking Kamala 2.
Oh, you showed me that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. This match, though, is pretty bad because nothing is happening. If you like amateur wrestling...
It's very 50-50. It's like there's nobody's getting ahead.
Well, that I don't mind, but this entire match is basically mat wrestling. And
Yeah, but I need the momentum
pretty
swings
boring.
to get invested. There's no momentum.
I need some big spots.
Yeah.
I need a triple jump springboard corkscrew 450 to the floor.
From Colonel Robert Parker.
Yeah, I mean that would be the idea. So, but none of that is happening. The crowd looks disinterested. I think half of them are just looking at each other like, what is going on? There's a guy yawning. Aaron Neville is just like, I don't know. I can barely breathe. This is really starting to hurt. This skin tight shirt. Bobby Heenan just said that he got that from my closet and I'm not going to want it back because he's sweating a lot. And we're going right back to a headlock. This is some great stuff. There's one kid, I think, pressing a magazine against his forehead. I don't know how that's going to help you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Parker just tripped Muta, and there's a knee strike. Okay, maybe some momentum is beginning to take place here.
I like that Colonel Robert Parker's gimmick as a racist.
Well, is that his gimmick, or is that you just interpreting that based on his appearance?
It may just be my interpretation, but unless he's going for Colonel Sanders, I'm pretty sure that's like the connotation.
I would tend to agree with you, because that, like, in any movie about like slavery or anything,
that's what they wear. The slave masters, they wear that costume.
1,000,000%. So I can definitely understand the interpretation. If smartphones existed here in 1994, every single one of these people in the crowd would be looking at their phones.
Yeah, I think that's a good point to make.
Like 100%.
See, now Parker was kind of talking to Muta there a little bit. He was probably assuming, since Muta kind of came out in an almost Grand Wizard clan outfit, that they were like partners.
Oh.
But Parker was like, Parker saw Muta's eyes and he's like, "No, you ain't the one. You ain't the one."
I would have to consider this a disappointing encounter so far.
Well, it's one of the better Muta matches we've seen so far on the bonus episodes, because his match with Wyndham was not very good at all.
Yeah, but I would say it was better than this.
Yeah, it was more of a brawl, I think.
Yeah, I'll take a brawl over rolling around on the mat for 8 minutes and not accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
I wonder what else. I mean, I feel like we've already burned through like 4 matches, right?
Yeah, but I feel like we're kind of going at a snail's pace here.
This match feels the longest already.
Well, problem is that they're following a fucking car wreck that just happened.
Yes, that is true. Bobby Heenan looks weird with glasses on, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
I just saw him there at the table.
I don't get the gecko that's on the side of Muta's pants.
I don't know either.
I don't really understand that.
Maybe that was maybe those are Sting's sweatpants.
Oh, he like borrowed them?
Yeah. Hey man, my gear didn't make it. Can I borrow some gear? And he'll be, I was gonna debut these new sweatpants because I saw Cactus Jack and Max Payne and the Nasty Boys and pretty much 80% of the roster using them. So I was gonna debut them, but I'll let you have them.
Sweatpants are over, baby.
Yeah, man. That should be part of the new so they would have these ads like WCW stuff because they couldn't think of a word other than stuff. So Sting should be like, you should get these WCW sweatpants. They're loose fitting, comfortable, and the ladies will love them. And they'll be like, oh yeah, Sting.
They'll be spitting their mist in no time.
Man, oh man. Is your little scorpion always just kind of tucked up and uncomfortable? Well, with
uncoil that bad boy in these pairs of sweatpants we got.
Sweatpants, let your scorpion slither around. You got plenty of room in these WCW stuff sweatpants.
Let your little stinger hang.
Oh my god. In these non-restrictive sweatpants, you can for sure sting your girlfriend. Oh. Yeah. Your girlfriend looking to get stung tonight? Well, with these WCW sweatpants, that will be able to happen. WCW stuff. All right. Well, IRS with a abdominal stretch. Oh, I'm sorry. Stunning Steve Austin with an abdominal stretch for about 20 minutes.
If I ever ran a wrestling company and you did an abdominal stretch, you're getting fired.
One of my life goals is to run a wrestling show.
Yes. Yeah.
But what I would do is I would pick a pay-per-view and I would tell all the workers. So I'd pick, for instance, this pay-per-view has 9 matches or whatever. I would send an email and I'd be like, guys, this is the pay-per-view that we're doing. First match is whoever against whoever. I want you guys to mimic Johnny B. Bad versus DDP. Move for move. And do that throughout the entire show.
So match after match, you just recreate every single one?
Yeah, and the goal is that if any fan in attendance can sit there and be like, wait a minute, is this WCW Spring Stampede 1994? That I would give them $10,000.
You'd give them the house. You'd give them the house money that comes in.
Yeah. Well, and ironically, house money for independent wrestling is probably losing money.
It's not $10,000, I'll tell you that.
Right, and the funny thing is that they would actually probably end up paying me.
Yeah.
So that I lost $600. I told you that you would win whatever we earned. Well, you won negative $600, so you actually have to pay me $600. Now I broke even. But I think that'd be kind of funny. Here's WrestleMania 17.
Nobody would know.
There's a TLC match, and they're just doing the same fucking.
Nobody
spots.
knows.
It'd be so funny. Is this Battle Bowl 1992? What the fuck is going on?
I recognize that chain of spots right there. Is that a shovel? Is this Maxx, Payne, Cactus Jack versus the Nasty Boys?
That table breaking, the guy's brain splattering on the ground, and then another shovel. I'm pretty sure this is the street fight from Spring Stampede 94.
Muta's top rope here. Misses a drop kick. Stunning Steve sidesteps.
That's the first attempted move, I feel like.
Off the top, yeah.
In any capacity in this match. This is just boring. What is he doing?
Steve Austin didn't know how to do the move. He was looking for a leg trap pin, like when you roll through, and he didn't roll through all the way, so they were kind of stuck. You could tell. He was trying. He thought it was a fucking New Japan match, but joke's on you, motherfucker. Steve Austin just got stun gunned by the Great Muta, so hopefully we're getting a pin here. Muta's like, what the fuck? That's not my move.
Oh my god.
I told you Parker's gonna turn and join Muta.
Well, it's funny that nothing has happened, and then he does Stone Cold or Stunning's finishing move, and the crowd's like, "Oh yeah!"
Ah, there's the back handspring finally, elbow in the corner.
Spot.
Yeah,
I can't wait for this match to be over just so I can stop saying Stone Cold.
I'm kind of surprised that the crowd's cheering for the Japanese guy.
They are definitely picking it up ever since he did the handspring there.
Yeah,
or the stun gun for that matter.
Yeah,
that's a nice Hurricane there.
Yeah, except fucking Steve Austin bumped on his ass for it.
That's all right.
Robert Parker's like, God damn son of a
Oh, what
bitch.
the hell? Oh, shoot.
Oh, he just got sidekicked right off the fucking apron. If I was Muta, I'd put his hat on and dance around.
He probably will do that. Muta just backdropped Austin over the top to the floor, and Nick Patrick said, you can't do that. So that's a disqualification.
Oh, fuck. Muta fucking jumps over the top rope. He does a splash. Parker grabs his legs so that when Muta lands, he lands face first, and then Parker drops his legs so he can finish the splash.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's caring.
Fucking A.
So all that for a disqualification finish and stunning Steve Austin is still your United States champion. That was pretty boring. The last 30 seconds was maybe fun.
I didn't mind it. I don't know. I didn't mind it. There's just a lot of rest holds. It's if this is the pay-per-view matches.
Yeah.
Fucking all these rest holds. I can only imagine what the normal television is. What Saturday night looks like in 94.
Saturday night tends to be pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Only because it's the same like 6 guys in the main event just rotating all the
Right.
time.
Right.
Because half of the main event guys don't work Saturday nights.
Right.
So, but yeah, the closing 30 to 45 seconds of Muta like doing his shit was good.
Yeah.
But like the other 9 minutes or however long this match was pretty boring. I'm not a fan of just strictly mat wrestling submission holds like that. That doesn't get my interest.
Yeah, we're getting the replays here from the match.
Michael Buffer standing up like, oh, I know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on. Jesse Ventura is with Dustin Rhodes, who has a Texas t-shirt, so I'm assuming he's a fan of Texas. Dustin doesn't really know what to do. He's just gripping his hands like he's Dean Malenko. Crack his knuckles. He's ready for a fight.
Tonight, I fight my brother Cody on the AEW stage.
Here's a rundown. It looks like of this feud with Bunkhouse and Dustin. Bunkhouse is just destroying Dustin Rhodes with a bowling trophy and just kicking him some more. Hey, there's Tex Slazenger and Shanghai Pierce. They're just walking away. Tonight, we're just a few matches away from me, Dustin Rhodes, beating up Cody. That's right. He may be 8 years old right now, but I know in about 30 years, he's going to piss me off. And I'm going to get bloodied real bad. And then he's going to hug me. And he's like, you're the brother I've always wanted. And I'm like, I am already your brother. And he'll be like, cool. Well, we're going to fight freaking Young Bucks at some show in like Jacksonville. And I don't even know if those kids are born yet. But if they are, Matt and Nick, I'm coming for you. And Jesse's
just said, like, all right, well, that's enough from you. You're not even on camera anymore. We'll go back in the ring.
That's a conspiracy that he knows Matt and Nick Jackson that aren't even alive. I don't know what's going on. International World Title. It is. This is Rick Rude and Sting. This feels like an early match.
Yeah, too early.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, we haven't even gotten Vader Boss yet.
Sting looks like a fucking star, though, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
He's getting the pyro.
Yeah. He's got his little jacket thing on. The crowd loves him. How can you not love Sting?
Pretty easy. I mean, I find him kind of boring, but
I like Sting.
nah, there's never a Sting.
Is he? Oh, there's a Vince Russo painting in the
$100, $13 shipping. There fucking is.
One of a kind inspiration. My favorite WCW guy. Oh, there's another one.
Oh God, no, that one's better.
Oh boy. Here we go. This is a big time match right now.
Sting's hair is extra pointy tonight.
Yeah, like, it looks like he just got it done or something.
Yeah.
Looks like he's in pretty good shape. Speaking of pretty good shape, here is Rick Rude.
Fucking holds up the title immediately. He ain't even through the curtain yet.
Yeah, he's quick to display what he has.
Speaking of Rick Rude, and speaking of eBaying things, I found a pair of WrestleMania tights worn by Rick Rude.
How much were they going for? $5,000?
I was just going to ask you, how much do you think they're listed for?
At least $5,000.
Lower.
1,500.
$2,700.
27.
Yeah. And they're like the green jungle ones.
Okay. Who is selling it?
I don't know. Some eBay guy. Actually, let me look it up. I'll tell you right now.
See, that kind of stuff has always kind of creeped me out.
Well, it's funny because you can tell he's got a couple pairs of Rude tights because in one of the shots, there's like 3 other sets of legs with 3 other like WCW Rick Rude tights.
Oh, really?
So, I mean,
Harley Race is in the ring.
let's see.
I don't think Harley Race is associated with either one of these two. Oh, he might be saying that whoever wins this, Vader wants a piece of. And Michael Buffer's like, I hope he ain't talking about me.
The seller is IB that one guy.
I beat that one guy.
Yeah.
Let's Interesting.
He's got Scotty Flamingo tights. He has Ron Bass ring-worn tights.
Ron Bass.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Is Rick Rude like the biggest name that he has?
Rick Rude's the biggest name one he has.
How much was he going for a Flamingo?
Let me see. Let's see. $400.
Yeah, okay, that sounds about right.
But these Rick Rude, I mean, they're fucking awesome. Would I pay $2,700? No, I would not. It also looks like he has a pair of Benoit ones and 3 other Rick Rude ones.
How much does the Benoit one go for?
It's only in that one picture, so it's not actually a separate listing.
Oh.
But that's what he has wrapped up in plastic. So pretty interesting.
I could see myself spending $2,700 on Rick Rude tights.
I mean, it's a one of a kind.
Yeah, if I was like a mega time collector.
Yeah.
Frame them up, put them on a wall.
Sure.
Because you said it's a WrestleMania one?
Yeah, a pair of WrestleMania ones. He's worn them other times, though. It's like the one with... It's like the jungle tights with the 2 girls on the legs, and then Rick Rude's face is on the back.
Okay.
So I know you've seen them.
I'm sure, yeah.
Nick Bockwinkel at ringside here.
It looked like Bobby Heenan was trying to impersonate Nick Bockwinkel there. With having the same glasses on.
Yeah. I saw on Twitter a couple days ago, a girl tweeted out, she writes, "I don't know why, but I bet you Rick Rude was a good fuck."
Oh, I saw that.
I was like, what?
I'm
Who
sure
comes
he
up with
was.
this shit?
I'm sure he was.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but like, who just puts that out in the world?
Random girls.
Yeah, yes.
It always blows my mind that there's like girls out there that probably watch random wrestling shows.
Like old wrestling.
Yeah, like just in their living room. Like everybody else is watching freaking, some stupid reality show. And they're probably like, I'm sorry guys, I would hang out, but like I'm planning on watching Starrcade 96 tonight.
Yeah, like what?
And like it's Piper Hogan. So like let me know how it goes at the club. Because like really looking forward to it.
Good God.
Or like it's Bash at the Beach 96. I need to know who the third man is. Okay, I have not read the internet. I have no idea.
Those girls are like Bigfoot. Like, do they really exist? Is there any
if
camera footage of them?
You want to know what's funny? The other day, I was hanging out with Sarah, and she goes, "Are you gonna watch like Memphis '87 today?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Well, you're watching like Memphis '87, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Are you gonna finish June?" And I was like, "How do you remember that?"
Oh,
She's like, "Well, I know that you do it."
Just
You're
remember,
insane.
Bob. Just remember that sentence has probably never come out of her mouth before, and
No.
probably never will again.
Never ever again. No,
No.
absolutely not.
So
I told her the Big Bubba story and the Shane McMahon test thing.
yeah,
I think I told you that on the main series, but
yeah.
good wholesome entertainment.
Oh dear God.
I need to figure out a good show to introduce her. Like I said, like I think I told you like WrestleMania 14. I feel like would be a good one
That'd be a good one.
because that was like really the first WrestleMania that I watched live.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of funny. After the hot start here for Sting and Rude, it's been kind of a front face lock here
Yeah.
from Mr. Stinger. I'm noticing that a lot with WCW, that they're relying a lot on rest holds, it seems like.
Yes. Yes, which is crazy to me because this is a pay-per-view. You've charged more for tickets. You're charging for people to watch at home. Pull out all the stops, man. Give people their money's worth.
Well, it's kind of like a flip from 93 because we would say like WCW in ring is probably more enjoyable than WWF.
Yeah, yeah.
But you look at it now, if you compare, Rumble and Mania 10 to
This
Super Brawl and this, I mean, Rumble and Mania 10 are probably better shows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're just like kind of like dumbing it down.
I think the talent shift happens too, because I remember
Yeah.
we were watching guys like Scorpio and Benoit tearing shit up, you know. And now we're talking, you know, Maxx Payne and Cactus Jack hitting each other over the head with shovels. Things have changed for sure in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Rick Rude has glitter in his hair, and it's cracking me up.
I find it funny that Johnny B. Bad opens the show and then really he's there the entire time because his glitter and his sparkles just will never go away.
Yeah.
Well, Rude is about to climb to the top, then realized that Sting was in the complete opposite corner, so he had to drop off. And he's pissed, so he's going to hit him with forearms a whole bunch of times. This is actually, I believe this is actually Rick Rude's final WCW match.
Really?
Yeah. Because later this month, he goes to Japan.
With Sting.
I believe it's April 30th. And, yeah, that's when he has the career-ending back injury.
I didn't realize it was this early.
Yeah. Which is a shame. You know, Rick Rude probably easily had... Well, because he was thinking about making a comeback in 99.
Yeah, right.
So this is 94. I mean, you at least 5 years. And you know from 99, he probably would have gone on to wrestle even longer.
How old do you think Rude is here?
I would say late 30s for sure.
Well, I'm going to Google it.
No, maybe not. Maybe 19. I'll say he's 34. Because Sting is probably like 28. Maybe. I'm probably even off on that. I don't know. He doesn't look super old.
How old did you say he was?
I said 34, but maybe older than that.
What is your final guess?
I'm going to say 38.
Rick Rude in 1994 is 36 years old.
Wow, right in the middle.
Yeah. So add 5 years to that. 1999. 41. Yeah, he's 41 years old. Which isn't like AJ Styles right now, like 41 years old.
Yeah.
So
Hogan wrestled till he was about 56.
Yeah, literally.
So same thing with Ric Flair.
So I mean, potentially we could have had Rude up until like 03.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's insane.
And you know damn well he would have been in TNA.
Yeah, he probably would have been
during those weekly pay-per-views. He just did a butt flex. So
it's fucking Rick Rude, dude. He can do whatever he wants.
I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing it out. Here you go. Back to the chin lock.
Butt flex. I'm going to quickly flex and tell you that Brittany Pillman's cell phone number is in my cell phone.
Yeah, but do you talk to her?
No, I don't talk to her. That'd be weird.
Then why do you have her phone number?
Just in case.
Just in case what?
We ever meet up in Covington, Kentucky again. Duh.
Maybe she gave you the phone number as a hint.
Hello.
Be like, yo, hit me up sometime.
I am fond of Brittany's, I'll tell you that.
So then what are you waiting for?
I could ask Rick Rude the same thing, because he could have just pinned Sting, but, like, didn't.
Yeah, it's usually how it works. That was like an electric chair slam that turned into a roll-up that turned into another roll-up, and then nobody won. So a whole lot of nothing for a whole lot of nothing.
Bob, do you like Velveeta macaroni and cheese?
I do.
Because for me, it's one of the premiers, but I know a lot of people don't like it.
I like it because it's a creamier.
Yeah, see, I'm a creamy mac and cheese guy.
Because like Kraft or whatever is like very thick. I feel like it's like clunky, you know.
Yeah,
but it probably has to do a lot with the cheese because this is a weird transition, but the Kraft is like the powder,
right?
So it's gonna get clunkier and heavier,
right?
But Velveeta is actually like a cheese that you just stir in, so it's gonna be like more of a sauce.
Velveeta cares because they did all the mixture work for you. It just comes out like a paste out of that little pouch. See, with Kraft, you got to do the powder, you got to do the butter, you got to do the milk. I ain't got time for all that
milk.
shit.
Yeah, the whole milk thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got time for that.
I one time tried to do it without milk. It's not bad.
What'd you do? What did you use? Water?
No, I just use a lot of butter.
Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I get great value mac and cheese when I'm in the mood
Sure.
for it.
Yeah.
And they have the same stuff as Velveeta. So I think Velveeta probably just makes that version too.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, probably. When it comes to Kraft, I will eat a good like Kraft Scooby Doo.
Well, Rick Rude's ass
Mac
just
and
got exposed.
Oh, he's still pulling his tights up in the middle of a move.
Yeah. This is my favorite, the atomic drops, and he just sells them so hilariously. Yep, there it is again.
Rick Rude's dick's gonna come out.
Maybe the girl was watching this match and then she saw that, and that's why she said he was probably a good lay. You want to know what I just learned about Rick Rude here, though?
What?
Well, he almost broke his ankle.
Holy fucking shit!
Holy mother of God! If it wasn't going to be a lower back injury, it would have been a lower leg on that one.
Oh, that was like so overly rotated.
Yeah,
what did you just learn about Rick Rude? Tell us, Bob.
When he tans, it's definitely completely naked.
Yes.
That is what I've learned. Because more times than not, whenever they expose their lower half, it's pale because they don't do it. They'll have like trunks on or something. He clearly does not care.
Right.
And just went full birthday suit. So Sting just did the Stinger Splash, but he did it to Randy Anderson as well. He's got the Scorpion Deathlock on. Here comes Harley Race doing a Baywatch run. And he just got backdropped.
Holy shit.
Oh, here comes Vader. He's pissed about something. Probably because he's fighting the boss tonight. And Sting is just wailing away on Vader. Okay, 2 punches knock him to the floor. That's bizarre. It took more punches to get Harley Race out of the ring than it did to take Vader out of the ring.
Correct. Yeah, and Sting just got the shit chop blocked out of him by Rick Rude.
Yeah, he sure did. Randy Anderson's still passed out. Although he's looking around like waiting for his cue to suddenly wake up. So he's actually more than fine at this point.
We also still
Buckwinkle is yelling at Vader, "Don't you dare. Don't you dare even think about doing it."
Vader, put that chair down. Put that chair down, Vader. It's like he's a little puppy.
You want to be grounded? You want to go to the corner? You don't want to go to the corner. I didn't think so.
Come here. Put the chair down.
But then Harley Race grabs it and he's like, "I'm not bugging Harley." You can do whatever you want, man. It's okay. They're treating Harley Race like he's the fucking main eventer of this company. I love it.
Harley Race is like awkwardly standing on the apron with the chair,
waiting for the slowest setup.
God.
It just took them 2 minutes to set that up.
Horrible. Harley Race hits Rude with the chair instead of Sting. And we get a 3 count.
That was a bad finish. It took them easily 2 minutes to properly get that coordinated.
And the chair shot was horrible.
Of course. Someone's bleeding.
Sting. Yeah, he sliced up something.
Is it him? I know it's on his shoulder, but I thought maybe it was like Rude or something.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Sting captures the gold here. So we can only assume that the next pay-per-view we're going to see him and Vader.
I would imagine, yeah. Again. Not that I would complain because they had a good match at Super Bowl 3.
Maybe it's not from him. I don't see where it would be actively.
I don't see the cut, yeah.
Weird. I don't know.
Maybe did Rude get busted open like in the face or something?
I don't know.
But it's on his back. I don't know.
Rude's ass was half out that whole match.
Yeah, pretty much. That's fine. Harley Race is just like, oh, well.
I love the way Rude sells the chair shot, too, like he got shot.
He twirls around like a dramatic collapse. And Vader's just like, oh, what the hell?
Well,
I ain't going in there. I'm fat. I'm out of shape. I'm a piece of shit. You expect me to climb in there? I ain't fucking doing it.
Tony's like, all right, fans. Well, I am disappointed we haven't seen Medusa yet. I was hoping to get a hard on before the end of this show. Tony, my name's Tony. Well, I must be drunk on Blue Chew. Bobby, what do you think of the show so far? Bobby's just shaking his head. I can't believe I fucking left the big time for this shit.
I never thought I would miss a clown so much in my life, and I do right now. You guys just gave me more money, so I had to come here. Why is Virgil to my right now, and he's got fucking guns? This is ridiculous.
Rude's still on the ramp here, rolling around.
Rude is definitely bleeding from the mouth.
Yeah.
I think it came from Rude. I don't know how it got to Sting's back. Oh, maybe on the Rude Awakening attempt?
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Would you ever wear a bow tie, Bob?
No.
No, you don't seem like a bow tie guy.
I think Bobby Heenan is about to fart in Tony's face, and that's why he sat back down.
Mm. Yeah.
Enjoy that one, Tony. Oh, you're just like my wife. Oh, here we go. We're going right back to the buffer man. Oh, that's Capetta.
Did you hear some controversy about Tony doing a cameo that got him in trouble or something?
Yeah, because he told the guy to stay hard and like keep fucking his wife or whatever.
Oh, I don't know. But Conrad brought it up on the podcast. It was like, yeah, you're embarrassing yourself for sandwich money. But like, I want to know what he said. Like, was it really that bad?
It's so I don't know the exact context, but so if anybody doesn't know, Cameo is what you can pay somebody anywhere from like $10 to $150, depending on what they're charging,
right?
To basically give you a personalized message. And Tony, I believe, is doing like $10 or $15. He's very, very cheap.
Oh wow, really?
Compared. Yeah.
Wow.
And I think one of the things was like some guy wanted him to send a message to his buddy saying, "Hey man, keep fucking your wife and make sure you keep your dick hard," or something like that.
Oh.
Something along those lines. And I didn't listen to it because it was like 58 seconds long, and it probably was a little embarrassing. Holy crap, Dustin Rhodes just flew over the top rope from the ramp and just clotheslined Bunkhouse Buck, who seemingly was not expecting it.
Good Lord.
This is a bunkhouse brawl match, in case you're wondering. So this is probably going to be a lot of
bullshit,
abdominal stretches, and sleeper holds. But I'm enjoying the fire here. He's freaking going right after Bunkhouse Buck. Several right hands. Oh, Bunkhouse is already going to the floor. Does Parker have the briefcase handcuffed to himself?
I don't know, but he better, because that was the context when they were cutting the promo. So
yeah,
we'll see.
He does not.
Yes, correct.
That is so. Then what the hell was the point of the briefcase?
I don't know.
It's so weird. All right, well, Dustin with a lazy looking backdrop. He didn't even rotate him over for him.
I gotta be honest, I have no interest in this match.
You don't? I'm kind of digging it right now.
No.
Bunkhouse is just falling around like he's had too much to drink at the bar and he can't get his bearings.
Yeah.
He's on the ground like, oh, I'll pull through. I just need some fresh air. Thanks. Oh, thanks, Parker. Thanks. I'm good, guys. I'm fine. I'm totally good. Oh, no, I'm not.
I don't like that he's wearing a button-down shirt that looks like it's about a size too small.
Yeah, but that's probably the gimmick.
Right.
That would be my wrestling gimmick. I'm the guy that wears my clothes one size too small. So my feet full of blisters. I constantly have a wedgie.
Oh, he does so far.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting like Home Alone vibes from him, from like the Sticky Bandits.
Yeah.
It's like Marv from the fucking Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from him.
That's a funny one. That's a funny comparison.
I gotta be honest, I've never seen a match of his before.
This is actually the angle that I first remember getting exposed to WCW about.
Oh God.
It's Bunkhouse and Dustin Rhodes.
And you liked it, why?
So I remember Dustin just went flying to the floor.
Like a fucking barrel.
On a failed crossbody attempt. Yeah, that was pretty good, though. I like that. Oh, here comes Colonel Robert Parker. You're fine, man. I'm just going to choke you out for a couple minutes.
With my spit rag.
That's my jizz rag. You get it. Here comes what is that? Oh, that was did he just hit a person in the front row with that too? Like broke off?
Holy fuck. He's like standing there like, oh shit, I'm gonna get sued.
Yeah, like I just lost my job.
The person in the front row definitely just got hit with that piece of wood.
What if that like pierced them and they were just dead?
Jesus
like,
Christ.
Instant in the front row. So
They're
Spring Stampede was a great pay-per-view. I can just see it now, the TV after this. Spring Stampede was such a great... There's title changes. There was blood. There was a murder in the front row. That's right.
Somebody got impaled.
Peggy Sue was murdered by Bunkhouse Buck. But she signed a waiver when she bought a ticket saying that we're not liable, so it's fine. Don't worry about
it. Fucking A.
No, so anyway, to go back to what I was saying, Dustin Rhodes is bleeding buckets already, so
yeah,
he's fine. I remember like surfing around, and it had to have been like Saturday night or like an early morning worldwide or something. Nice clothesline. And then it was like a hype video of these guys feuding, and like Dustin Rhodes was getting his ass kicked. And it was like in relation to Dusty Rhodes coming in. So it was probably around like Fall Brawl or whatever.
Yeah.
And or like Clash of the Champions in August. And I don't know. I liked the visual of Dustin Rhodes getting his butt kicked.
He does take a good ass whipping.
Yeah, he does. And it had to have been Saturday night because after that, I like routinely would watch Saturday night at 6:05 on TBS. I remember one time I got super bummed. 2 Saturday night stories real quick. He did a great blade job, by the way. Again here. He is bleeding substantial.
Yeah.
Wow. There's 2 Saturday night matches that I have I would see like in the opening, they'd be like, oh, tonight it's whoever against whoever. And I would end up missing them. The first one was a match between Jeff Jarrett and Dean Malenko.
Ooh, yeah.
Which would have been 1997.
Okay.
And I've been reviewing Saturday nights, from various years, and I'm pretty close to actually watching that match, so I'm kind of pumped up about it. And then the second one is going to be a completely random one that you're probably going to be like, what? It's La Parka taking on Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Which was September of 1999. And I'm also very close to watching that one as well.
Ugh.
And the only reason why that was the case was I was at my buddy's house for like a sleepover or whatever. And I was a big La Parka fan, and I really wanted La Parka to beat Jim Duggan, but then his mom made us turn off the TV, so I never found out.
You're going to bed now, goddammit.
And you may be wondering, you went to bed at like 8 o'clock at night? No, it was the rerun that they would have at like 10. So it was probably closer to midnight that she made us go to bed. But
I don't care if the skeleton mask guy is fighting the fat Canadian.
What is that? What is it in his hands?
It looks like a napkin.
I thought that was like where he had the blade. Oh, it's powder. Okay. I thought he was going to put his blade back into
a napkin and tuck it in.
A napkin or something. That's funny. That's probably cocaine.
Yeah, he's really selling it here.
I'm digging this match quite a bit, to be honest with you.
Ugh.
I like that Dustin Rhodes is now a redhead. And it's just nothing but beating the shit out of each other. He is bleeding an abnormal amount. That can't be right.
Yeah, it was a deep cut for sure.
Yeah, like the flow has not really stopped at all here. He's just continually gushing blood.
It's a flare level for sure.
Yes, 1,000,000%. Oh, he's going to jab him with the belt. Oh, great. Yeah.
I still think the worst one I've ever seen is JBL Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah.
When it was like you were pouring out a water bottle.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
There was one from Combat Zone Wrestling that I saw with Sexy Eddie. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
No.
He cut his arm, and it was right by an artery. So, like, if he flexed, like, it would spurt out like a waterfall. That was disgusting. I just got a stomachache just reminiscing about that. Yeah.
Gross.
Wasn't
Just as a time check here for our people. Let's see where we're at. We are about 1 hour, 39 minutes, 16, 17, 18 seconds in. And we've been recording for about 10 minutes longer than that. So we're right on track here and rolling. We're about more than halfway through now.
I don't even know what else we have left. We have Vader Boss.
Yeah.
We have
Flair
Steamboat.
Yep.
I don't know what else there would be.
Well, I think out of the promoted matches, that's kind of
Promoted, yeah, that we know about.
kind of it.
Hmm.
Here on
So
this,
you're telling me that if this
Sunday
match
evening.
ends, what was it? 138 we were at.
Yeah.
There's got to be at least 2 more.
Yeah.
To go on with the other 2 that we have left.
Yeah.
That I just don't know about. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just not paying attention.
Well, what I'm hoping for is we get a 40-minute boss man match.
Well, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah. Oh. Misses a boot in the corner. Dustin spends most of his time hyping up the crowd instead of fighting.
The visual of him bleeding is really adding to the match for me right now.
Yeah, I agree. Especially since he made the best decision he could have and wore a white shirt.
Well, yeah, you always want to do that.
Right.
You can see like where he bladed to, like, because that's still bright red,
Right.
and everything else is just dried up at this point. Dustin Rhodes, this guy. Oh, he's taking off his belt. What's he gonna do? Come on, man. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Don't do it. Don't do it to Bunkhouse. This is unnecessary. All right. Well, that was rude.
Bunkhouse, I think, just went down for the blade job.
You think so? Because
Yeah,
that's usually the go-to move.
Got his head in his elbow there.
Yeah. And that's in the way that he's showing him off. I feel like he is bleeding now.
Let's see.
He'll be bleeding after that. He's definitely bleeding.
Oh, yeah, he's bleeding.
I think
Yeah.
I saw the splatter there.
I think he's still holding the blade in his right
He's
hand.
doing it again then, because he
Yeah.
just did it.
Yeah. Blood in wrestling, man. There's nothing like it.
You need it, I'm telling you. He just
I
took
know.
off his boot to hit him. He's coming off the middle rope to hit him with the heel of his boot, which he could have done with his foot in it.
It would hurt a lot more.
I would think, right?
Yeah, because your entire body weight, instead of just your shoulder and arm strength, are coming down on his face.
Yeah. All right, so Bunkhouse is definitely bleeding. You can now see it officially as he's draped over the top rope. His shirt has been torn off, and now he's getting whipped with a belt.
I'd be laying that shit in.
I'm surprised that Bunkhouse has like a little bit of a tan.
Yeah.
I was expecting like a completely pale person.
Although it doesn't look like he's been to the gym ever.
No, he
Because he's fucking rail thin.
Yes, he very much so is. You know what's funny is that you actually have seen Bunkhouse Buck before.
While doing this series or just in life?
In this series.
Really?
Yeah. When we watched Smoky Mountain Wrestling, he was Jimmy Golden. In the match with Arn Anderson and all them.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah, because Colonel Robert Parker was Robert Fuller, and he was wrestling, and Bunkhouse was his partner. With Jimmy Golden. The stud stable.
Weird.
And that would have been, what, April of 93? So this is like a year later.
Weird.
Right? Is that the show? Yeah, we watched the Bluegrass Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I would have never made that connection.
I figured you wouldn't. So that's why I'm here.
You're the nerd. I'm the personality.
Yeah, Dustin Rhodes is actually like drilling him with his elbow right now.
Yeah, those are a shoot.
Yeah, those were not worked shots there, it felt like. Oh, is he going to go for the Bulldog? It looks like he is.
I really don't like that he's working now with one sock on.
Yeah, he probably should put the boot back on. What? Okay. Oh, he's going after Parker. All right. Oh, Parker's going to take a bump.
Fuck yeah.
I was expecting a bigger pop from that.
Yeah, there's really no reaction there.
Yeah.
Although you got to consider this is the second massacre of the night.
That is true.
So.
Oh, there goes Parker. And now bunkhouse with a roll up. 1, 2. Oh, I thought you were going to beat him on that weak ass roll up.
Oh my God, so did I.
That would have been disappointing.
Oh, you know what I could really go for right now?
What?
A good donut.
Yeah, there's nothing like a nice old-fashioned bunkhouse brawl. It gets me in the mood for a nice donut.
Yeah, nice jelly donut. Strawberry jelly.
And just have the jelly just gush right out of the back end of it.
Right. Right.
That really gets me going, too.
Smeared on my white Texas shirt.
Just drip it all over my
slob.
Yeah. But you know what? The good thing is it'll shoot right out of your Brian Knobs asshole. So you won't have to do any pushing out of it.
It would bunkhouse buck me up for sure.
Well, Bunkhouse Buck just drilled him with, I'm assuming, brass knuckles that Parker gave him. And that's a 3 count.
Fuck that shit.
See, I don't like that finish.
No, Dustin Rhodes should have fucking beat him in the middle of the ring and got a hero's fucking celebration.
Yeah, I feel like with the blade job and everything, it would have been, I don't know, it would have been better for him to prevail. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that. Although I guess, Bunkhouse Buck is new, so if you're trying to invest in maybe a win over Dustin, but I like Dustin. Why did Dustin lose there?
Yeah, he's the bigger star too. I mean, come on.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not liking this. So I like the match. I enjoyed that match. Cause it's like a wild fight. Like they don't, whatever. I'll take off my boot to hit you with it, even though if my foot was in it, it would hurt more. But it was like a wild little brawl. I like that. That was good. I mean, I like the street fight too. I know I kind of shit on it a little bit, but that was basically the best matches so far. The ones that weren't designed to be structured very well.
Oh boy, speaking of not structured well, Rick Rude's holding ice on his fucking head.
He's pissed. He's definitely was bleeding from the mouth, maybe even nose. Looks like nose.
He looks fucking pissed.
He's gonna go get his gun from the trunk of his car.
Jesse, you keep sticking this microphone in my face. I'm going to take you out to the parking lot and I'm going to open my trunk and say, take a look at this shit right here. You keep it up. You're going to be on the wrong end of my fucking 9mm Vader. Get out of my goddamn interview.
Oh, they're in the heel locker room. I didn't even realize that Jerry Sags is naked. What
the fucking towel with his titties jiggling.
Yeah,
holding back Vader. Come on.
He's got tighty whiteies on. Like, what
the shit is this?
Lord Steven Regal's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my God. I got a naked Jerry Sags. I got a pissed off Leon White. Oh my God. Why is Aaron Neville still there?
Literally, it's like he's a statue. Has he even moved?
He's like dumbfounded. He's like, what? Where's my car? I thought I was supposed to leave.
When's the match starting?
When's the shit? No one's been out here yet.
Bobby did.
Those were the wrestlers? I thought they were just like in the crowd.
Bobby definitely did steal Bockwinkel's glasses for tonight.
He had to have. We're getting a hype video, I'm assuming, for Boss and Vader. As you'll remember at Super Brawl 4, Bossman finally escaped the children toy handcuffs and then proceeded to beat up Vader with a nightstick, leading to Flair winning by submission, even though Vader didn't technically submit and was more of a screw job. But it's okay. We don't need to remember any of that. I'm sure that's exactly what Tony is saying. And then Heenan's giving him the cold shoulder because, you know what? I heard you and I know exactly what you're talking about, right? Zip it. Flair is my man. You're a little fucking bitch. Your damn cameos. I'm tired of it. All right, this is deemed as a grudge match.
Give me a fucking break.
How is it a grudge match when it's their first match?
Give me a fucking break.
Well, here you go. Here's Boss. And remember, it's not copyright infringement because they didn't put man. A boss. So as long as you're not gender specific, you can get away with it. They should have done the Boss female.
Mm.
And you would have, Vader, you're under arrest. They did the correct version of your.
You could do Boss Ma'am.
Boss ma'am, that's good.
Yeah.
Why didn't Cody Rhodes just do like Cody and then the like Street Rhodes?
Like an emoji?
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Come on.
Yeah. It's 2019. I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't do that. Well, he's pumped up, the boss.
Do you like the guy who has his hands in his pockets all the time?
Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
I like him. Okay, so here's the thing. I normally don't like comedy wrestling. So like Joey Ryan and his dick flip thing. If I see that one time, I'm good. I don't need to see it again. Colt Cabana, hit or miss a lot of times for me. Orange Cassidy is probably a guy I could see like 2 or 3 times, and then I'm over it.
I
But
just don't. I don't get it.
I enjoy the persona.
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's definitely, I would say it hurts the presentation of it because if the guy has his hands in his pants, you know, a guy comes in and super kicks him, you should just be able to win the match. You know what I mean? Or whatever. But like they drag it out for 12 minutes. I don't understand that part.
Well, maybe it's a kind of.
Well, Vader just murdered Harley Race here in April of 94.
Yeah.
And they just rolled around on the ramp like they were on the beach.
Holding each other. Maybe it's a bad kind of characterization or I guess comparison. But look at a guy in 2019 like Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
And look at a guy like Vader. Like Vader's a pro wrestler.
Right.
Vader would come out and kill that fucking guy.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I like.
You know, so it's funny that you mentioned pro wrestlers. So would you classify wrestlers as professional wrestlers or performance artists? Or is wrestling a sport? Is another question too.
I would say you're an athlete. And that's coming from somebody who, though it wasn't long, trained. Mm-hmm. You are literally training. It's no bullshit. You're training to be a professional athlete.
Sure.
Completely. And that's something I think people overlook, especially when you're on the outside looking in. And that's something that I overlooked. It's a complete lifestyle change. Like you have to watch everything you eat. You have to be in the gym all the time. You are training to be a pro athlete. So completely, I would classify them as athletes. Like conditioned athletes. For sure.
What is this guy about to do right now?
Oh my God, Vader.
What is it? What? Why? Well, no.
Why did he just run down half the ramp, dive over the top rope and do like a splash onto his own face and then onto Boss?
He actually missed Boss's knees.
Yeah.
And he like face planted. That was kind of bizarre. Well, you know, this topic obviously came up on Twitter because I think Jordan Grace kind of started it. And I tend to kind of agree with her. I think that they are absolutely athletes. I can't consider professional wrestling a sport because it is predetermined, but they are athletes. You can be an athlete without it being a sport or playing a sport.
Yeah, I understand that, but never
I would consider it more of a performance art because you are performing.
No, I don't think I would. I
like
don't think
artistry.
No, because then you're
telling a story.
Yeah, but then you're kind of comparing it to like a stage play.
I kind of would.
No, see, I wouldn't.
I kind of see the similarities in that regard. Because sure, Boss just dropping Vader chest first over the railing, that certainly hurt. But in professional sports, the outcomes, the best of our knowledge, who knows, it could be a conspiracy for Jesse Ventura to look into someday, are not predetermined. So like the best athlete isn't necessarily always winning because it's been predetermined on who would win.
Yeah, no, I get that part of it. I just think so. Like, if we're making that comparison, so a stage performance, it's going to be the same thing every time for the whole loop that you're running that show. You're going to stand on the same spot on the stage. You're going
Right.
to say the same lines, and it's night after night.
And is that not the case with a lot of WWE house shows?
Sure,
They
maybe.
run the same matches, the same spots in the same sequence.
Maybe, but the difference is when you land on your head, that's a different outcome every time.
Yeah, but
And
I don't
every
think you
time-
can classify that as a sport, though.
No, I don't think so either. But I don't think I can classify it as a performance art. I think it's more physical than that.
I consider it.
Personally.
I never really thought about it, but when I saw that post or her post or someone retweeted it or something, I was like, you know what? I totally see where she's coming from. And of course she got, massacre. Oh my God.
Oh, fuck. That was so bad. At least he didn't land on his neck.
Yeah, that's where it was going to happen.
Yeah.
For sure. That was a dangerous backdrop. They
Yeah.
need to teach these guys backdrops a little bit better. That was
Well, Rick Rude almost fucking blew his ankle out.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Max Payne loves to drop people on their head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Vader has a cut on his right eye. That would explain why he was clobbering Boss like legitimate there
Yeah.
with several strikes.
Right.
But what I was saying about Jordan though is that she got like crucified by like Cornette and all of Cornette's followers. Because Cornette takes wrestling super serious, and I understand that it's something he's very prideful about, but just because you don't have the same opinion as someone doesn't mean you should just make fun of their appearance and all these other things that he was doing. It was just
Yeah,
and much.
And you know what? It's all about preference,
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. So, like, although I might not get like this Orange Cassidy guy with the hands in his pockets, I fucking love me some Osaka Pro Wrestling with, again, name drop Kishimbo Kamen and fucking Kikutaro, who just do fucking phony ass complete matches that are just completely BS.
Yeah.
But in that context, I enjoy it. For
Well,
me, it gets to the point where you're mixing it in.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you take a Cody Dustin match serious when earlier in the card a guy was beating up another guy and he didn't even have his hands out of his butt? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I 100%.
It's all about context.
Yeah. And another thing that he got that's a nice back suplex by Boss. I wasn't expecting
He got him up pretty good.
Yeah. Another thing that Cornette had said, or he got annoyed with, was that, like, again, with Jordan Grace, that she changed her name to her real name and said Trisha Parker portraying Jordan Grace, in Impact Wrestling or whatever the case is. And he was like fired up. He's like, protect the business, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, she does play a character. Like, that's not her.
Well, and not only that,
You know
we're
what I
so
mean?
far beyond that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows the Undertaker's name is Mark Calloway.
Exactly. Like,
You know what I mean?
He's not evolving with the time.
If
That'd be like saying Glenn Jacobs, you can't run for mayor. You need to be
Kane all the time.
deformed evil
Yeah.
brother of Undertaker
Right.
at all times. Like, it makes no sense.
Right. And for me, it all comes down to if a gimmick like that has been so protected for so long and still everybody knows the drill, who cares if Jordan Gracie or whatever the fuck her name is going by her real name? Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. And so, like, Ethan Page, who I'm actually a fan of, and he has an entertaining vlog. If you ever seen like the wrestling road diaries that Cole Cabana did, I think he did 3 of them. Ethan Page is essentially doing that in like 20-minute vlogs. That was a dangerous middle rope DDT.
Oh my
by
God.
Boss. And he kicks out. Of course he does. So, but he does like a nice, like traveling the road and all these things. Like, I like that stuff a lot.
Yeah.
And he changed like his thing too. Like Julian, I can't remember his last name, but Julian whatever, also known as Ethan Page on Impact Wrestling, or however they worded it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can't hate on that because the business is so exposed as is.
Right.
Like The Rock has exposed it by going by Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you can't shit on these guys when other people have already done it.
And not only that, you can't blame the reasoning behind it because 9 times out of 10, they're just planning ahead. If they're going to move on company-wise, odds are they got to change their name anyway.
Sure.
Or if they're going to go into, say, movies or another line of entertainment, odds are they're going to use their real name. So the quicker and sooner you get your real name out there while you're still on top, I think it's smart, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't understand the hate, towards it and all that stuff.
Oh.
Vader had hit a good power slam, and I think and a Vader bomb or splash, and Boss still kicked out.
Yeah, that was good.
This match could basically be inserted into any major wrestling show today, and it would be exactly what you would expect. People kicking out of ridiculous spots.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would have had Vader kick out of that middle rope DDT or whatever Bossman did.
No.
Oh, what is Vader doing? Is he going for the moonsault?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a moonsault here.
my
Although
God.
Boss is really close, so it tells me, I thought he was going to roll towards the corner and miss that. There we get a 3 count.
I was not expecting a clean win.
No.
Holy hell. Okay.
Vader killed him.
That was a good big guy match, though. I
Yes,
mean,
it was.
It was a little sloppy, but
No, but it was. It really was.
that was really good.
That
Holy
was a good
shit.
big guy match, for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Nicely done there. Where's Race doing? Oh, he's probably going to handcuff him again.
Yeah, he's got the Billy Club, too.
Oh, no, he's not. Boss said, absolutely not. I know that these are fake, and there's a nightstick.
Oh.
And Harley Race is having a rough day.
Yeah, he is. He's fucking taking some...
right on the kidneys, man. What are you doing?
He's taking a fucking beating.
Bogwinkle's like, okay, I'll let you do 15, but I gotta step in now. Stop it, man. You can't go to 20.
God damn
What are
it,
you
boss.
doing?
Put that thing down.
Jesus.
You're going to kill somebody in here.
Oh my God. Vader's just like, yeah, I already beat you. That nightstick is rubber.
Yeah, get the fuck out
Let's
of
be
here.
real, man. Fucking Boss. That's so funny.
Vader's like, the WWF called. They want their gimmick back.
The WWF. Vince McMahon's on line 3. He's fucking pissed.
He's pissed because Gene's charging him fucking $4 a minute. Get on the phone back there and pick it up.
I could see Vince McMahon like calling the WCW hotline on Howard Finkel's phone and just letting it run for 6 hours. And then Fink being like, Vince, I need a raise. Why is that there, Howard? Oh, I got my phone bill and like I owe World Championship Wrestling like $1,700 and I don't know what the hell happened.
This phone bill is scheduled for bullshit.
Oh, Howard. It's because I called the hotline for you and left it running for 6 hours. Gene is very grateful. He appreciates that. And he needs that money immediately. It's for the cocaine that Jesse kept on robbing him at Spring Stampede. So if you don't mind.
I want to see Gene without his mustache.
His mustache is borderline turning into Hitler.
Yeah, you know?
Like pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
It's more like a Charlie Chaplin probably, but
Sure.
even that, it's still pretty close to like Nazi levels. So
You know what? I think my favorite, I got 2 favorite Mean Gene-isms. One of the ones is when he's with Rick Rude backstage and the fucking sign snaps up and he gets pissed. And then the other is late WCW when he tells Sean O'Hare to blow it out his ass.
blow it out your ass. That's like the best Gene from like November until whenever he's gone.
So good.
He clearly is just like, listen, nobody's watching this shit.
Yeah, blow it out your ass, O'Hare.
Well, he does that, or like he'll like purposely hit on Pamela Paulshock.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just like looking at her tits and just be like, yeah, it's fine. At least like right here, he's like kind of taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the main event.
Wow. Let's get a time check on that.
This must be a long one.
Yeah. We're at 2:04, 20, 21, 22, 23. So this one goes probably a half hour.
At least.
Wow.
Well, there's Boss, and there's Mr. Bockwinkel. What is he doing here? Oh, I gotta turn this up a little bit.
Listen up here, Jesse. This man standing to my left, he did work in the WWF. I'm not going to deny that. But you know what? I've checked with the lawyers. I've talked to the brass. The boss is safe in WCW. And you know what, Vader? You tried to kill him tonight. You know what? But boss got his revenge. And I'm pretty sure out there, he killed Harley Race. But since he's with law enforcement, it'll be brushed under the rug. And since you're going to be a governor in the future, you're going to do the rest of the work for us. And if you don't, boss is going to take this Billy Clay. I'm not going to tell you what he's going to do with it. We'll just put it right outside the view of the camera. All right, that's enough. I've said too much already. Jesse, get us out of here. Tony, back to you. There might be a conspiracy down the road at some point, maybe 20 years. I think Harley Race just died tonight, but we won't talk about it anymore because I don't want to give out the evidence. Back to you.
So I turned up the volume a little bit, and that's actually verbatim, exactly what has transpired.
See, I told you I've seen this show before.
Unbelievable. I think that's realistically the moment where he takes the nightstick away from Boss, and is their attempt to kind of steer away from the Boss gimmick.
Good.
Because they definitely got a cease and desist.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, Eric, I mean, I respect competition and everything, but you're literally taking the gimmick and just not putting one word. So I'm going to send my lawyers here and we'll sue you for a substantial amount of money. Or you could just take the cease and desist and like change it and like not deal with that.
That's like Scott Hall coming in and they're just calling him Razor.
Here comes
like,
Mr.
We didn't say Ramon.
Or like they're like Mr. Raymond. We said it with an accent.
Mr. Raymond.
Mr. Yeah.
Ricky looks scared out of his fucking mind because he knows his wife's watching at home.
You know what they could have done? They could have been like, here comes Zorman.
Ooh. Yeah.
And they would have been like, listen, you can't sue us because it's Zorman. And then they'd have to be like, guys, you're literally getting rid of the R-A in Razor and the R-A-M in Ramon. And they're going to be like, yeah, what's your problem?
You can't prove that. That's not going to hold up in this court. And like you can tell Razor peeled the letters off his gear. It's like it's still
colored
still
them in.
There. Yeah.
Instead of one toothpick, I'm using two.
Yeah, Chico. Yeah, buddy.
Come on now. Here comes Ric Flair. Speaking of stealing gimmicks, Buddy Rogers is probably thrilled.
Imagine being an original and then like a guy rips you off and does it better.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah, that's gotta be wicked shitty.
Could you imagine if there was an IcoPod 2.0 and they were way better than us?
It's fucking thousands and thousands of downloads all the time.
Oh my god. That'd be bad. Hi, this is Bob Collins. And this is Austin Blinker. And we're here with IcoPod 2.0. And people are like, you guys are so good. Those
you gotta
listen.
suck.
So right. It's so bad. It's probably going to end up happening.
Good. I fucking hope it does. And it'll be like Mike Campbell and Ian Matthews.
For sure.
Like just ripping us the fuck off.
Yeah. That would be really funny if they're both listening to this panicking. Oh my God, they fucking know. Oh my
Dude,
God.
did you invite him to the Facebook group? I thought it was just us two there.
Shit, I might have tagged him on accident. Oh man. Those are two of our OGs And by two of our OGs, I mean two of our only listeners
Yikes.
for this podcast.
Let's do a roll call right now.
Oh,
Who
man.
else we got
That we know that regularly listens?
that are regular listeners?
Oh, man. Well, okay, so we got Ian,
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
other Mike,
I was just going to say Michael Vincent.
right? Nick,
Yeah. Nick Opolotsky.
right? Mick Price,
Yes. Yeah.
Johnny. Although I'm
Johnny
really
B.
nervous
Smith.
about Johnny B. Smith though, because he hasn't commented lately.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if he's one, mad at us. Two, maybe he actually did flip over his car one night while listening to us. That's concerning.
Yeah.
I know Rory does.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that Eric does.
And who's Eric?
Eric is the wrestling 20 years ago lawyer. They have so much money behind them that they can have a lawyer.
Oh.
So if they ever get sued, Eric can be like, I'm a lawyer. And then anybody trying to sue them would be like, oh, okay. Never mind. So
Maybe we need a lawyer.
Maybe. I'm not going to school, man. That's a long time.
Right.
Who else do I know? I know Walt listens. My mom does not.
I think there's a couple of freaking awesome network guys that always are listening to us too.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's where Ian came from.
Yeah.
But then there's several people that don't necessarily reach out to us about it.
Right.
Now, people are probably thinking, wow, guys, you only have 9 listeners. And no, it's not that we have 9 listeners. Those are just the 9 that usually will send in feedback or, talk to us directly about what we're doing. So
yeah. So if you want to be included in the 9, start reaching out, motherfucker.
yeah, leave a comment. Like I always say, whether it's something that we talked about a year and a half ago. Who in the hell is that? Is that Ric Flair's wife, or is that Ricky Steamboat's wife?
I don't know. I don't think.
Or is that Linda Bolea?
No.
I know it's not Linda. I was making a joke.
I don't think that was Steamboat's wife.
It didn't. It looked like a Flair wife.
Yeah.
Like maybe his 3rd wife.
Maybe. I mean,
out of 7.
Sure. Yeah. You got a baker's dozen to choose from.
And we actually technically have seen now at least 2 of Flair's wives. Because we've seen her at Starrcade for sure. And then Fifi, he's technically married to her now.
That is true.
So
that is true.
We're making some rounds here.
Well, so is Ric Flair.
Absolutely. Flair's looking like he's in pretty good shape, though. He's not as flabby as he normally
I
is.
agree. Yes, I agree.
Looks committed. Upper body's looking pretty toned. Again, I'm not a big Flair fan, so this is probably going to be a whole lot of chops, because that's what Steamboat does too. Arm drags, begging off. Now, I'm making it sound like these guys are horrible, which is not the case at all. Their trilogy back in '89 is arguably the greatest trilogy to ever happen. But of course, that's a different era.
Right.
So when you're used to seeing Canadian destroyers off ladders through a table, seeing chops in a corner for 27 minutes is probably not as stimulating as the previously mentioned Canadian destroyer off a ladder through a table. And of course, I kick out at 2. So when I see somebody get pinned on a roll-up, that's child's play. Are you even a pro wrestler at that point?
Yikes. Ric Flair's kind of got the Benjamin Franklin haircut. And all that.
He does. It's definitely fluffed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe the hairdresser messed up his hairdo. He's like, oh, Rick, I cut it too short.
Rick's like, have you ever seen the guy on the dollar bill? Give me that cut.
I can't stop looking at it since you've mentioned it.
It's more George Washington than Benjamin Franklin, I think.
It's just wicked short.
Yeah, it's like the powdered wig look.
Yeah, I'm not liking that. See, look at me. I was trying to ignore something bad, and then you just bring it to light so quickly.
Where are you at on Steamboat's yellow tights?
No, see, I usually like them in green or black.
I like me a good pair of yellow tights.
I'm not a big fan of the color yellow.
Mm.
Mainly because that's how I got my massive sunburn, was with my yellow Hulk Hogan tank top.
Well,
That betrayed me.
To be fair, that was a hit on the Facebook page.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bastard.
I always liked yellow because nobody else likes yellow.
That makes sense.
It's also one of the reasons why I like orange. Orange is my favorite color, and it's because nobody likes orange.
Do you like orange and yellow Skittles?
Yeah.
You're insane. You're insane. The go-to for that is obviously red and purple.
I also like orange and yellow Starburst.
What?
I do. My favorite one is probably red. But I do like the orange and yellow as well.
I think red, yeah. I do like strawberry too, though.
Pink is okay.
But I definitely go for red first.
Yeah, red, for sure. That fruit punch, baby, that cherry.
But it's so strong.
So strong.
In case you're wondering what's going on here with Steamboat and Flair, they have been staring at each other. And now they are avoiding each other. With leapfrogs and just jumping over each other. And Steamboat just did the Dirty Dancing press slam.
I've had the time of my life.
See, we're gonna need that.
Owe it all to you.
Dude, you're killing us, because I'm gonna need a lawyer now, because they're gonna sue us for that. Fuck. All right, Eric, I'm gonna need your help.
Call him in, dude. Call him in.
Steamboat just hit a couple of good moves there, a couple of head stairs. There's a drop kick to send Flair to the floor. Action's picking up a little bit. So you know what that means? Front face lock in the middle of the ring.
Call spots.
Yeah. His tights blend in with the turnbuckle pads. So that's fun.
Well, way to bring in negatives.
And on the mat with the WCW yellow. This is ridiculous.
I love that yellow was such a predominant color for WCW for a long time.
Well, it's the color that nobody likes, and nobody likes WCW, so no one would see it. That's
so it
fine.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to have popular colors because no one would see them anyway.
Let's see if I can get an update on our hurricane here.
Yeah, what's Hurricane Helms up to?
It looks like it's supposed to make Florida landfall by 2 p.m. tomorrow. It should be near me by like Tuesday night.
Really?
It's going at a walking pace. That's how slowly it's fucking moving. And really, the slower, the more dangerous, because it's like picking up
everything
strength.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a little scary. It was a Category 5 in the ocean not too long ago when it hit that island chain.
Yeah.
And I guess it's done significant damage and is one of the strongest storms they've seen on record in quite some time.
Nice.
So.
Well, it's nice knowing you. IcoPod has been fun. So it would appear that as of Tuesday, I'll need a new co-host.
I just don't want to lose power, really.
You're not worried about life. You're worried about power. Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm worried about
priorities.
Listen, I'm on a second level, dude. Unless a fucking tsunami hits Orlando, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, well, you don't know. What if a freaking cow flies through your window and you're murdered?
Well, to be fair,
Have you not watched Twister? That shit happens.
Like we started the program, the winds are going faster than a NASCAR race car. So that is a little disconcerting to me, yes.
Okay. Well, I wanted to know, like, I don't know if you have a lamp on or nothing, but it's gotten significantly darker looking at you. I understand it's 8:30 at night. And we technically started this around 6. But, like, it's not normally that dark there for you, I feel like.
Well, yeah, you know what I think it is usually I have a kitchen light on, and I do not. So, yes, it is very, very dark. I'm pulling a Bob today. We've switched.
You are, yeah.
We've switched.
That was usually my go-to, just no one could ever see me.
Yeah.
But that's okay. As I predicted here, it wasn't a front face lock. It's now a side headlock. Flair is under the ropes. That should be a rope break, Nick Patrick. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Oh, is he just saying no? Never mind.
You're Steamboat. You're the face. You're good.
Yeah, you're fine. He's literally just like, no. That's not how the match goes. Then I'm not going to. These guys are pros. They know what they're doing.
Bob, have you attended the fair at all this year?
I did.
Okay, how was that?
Well, here's the thing. The last time I went to the fair was with you and Hogan 98 money
Yeah,
when I got that Macho Man shirt.
right.
And that was what, 4 years ago?
No,
That was a while
maybe
ago.
3. Yeah, maybe 3.
I did go to the fair.
Okay.
I did spend I did spend like $150,
Holy shit.
but it was on Minnesota Vikings gear.
Oh, okay.
And I got my dad like a Cleveland. I hope my dad's not listening to this. A Cleveland Browns garden like gnome thing. It's pretty cool. I got a Vikings one on my table.
Okay.
It's kind of
Alright.
different. I was like, why not?
Sure.
So yeah, I got one of those, and yeah, I went with Sarah.
Sure.
I hate the fair,
Yes.
but like we just went through the buildings and saw like the cows that smelled like horse shit, or I
Hey,
guess you
how
say
come-
cow shit.
How come you and your girl don't have any pictures on social media?
I think she's embarrassed by me.
That's kind of what I'm picking up. Because, like,
Yeah.
if you're at the fair,
Right.
one of the things you do is you take a picture with your significant other.
Yeah. I know.
So
It's-
that's a little awkward.
It's probably because I'm hideous.
I wasn't
don't
gonna
know.
say. I wasn't gonna say it.
I don't know. I
Wasn't.
feel like we definitely need to have one.
I think it's time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess it just hasn't come up yet.
Weird.
Well, it's not my fault.
It's freaking weird.
No, it's not. I like to enjoy experiences with my girlfriend instead of just taking pictures to look back at.
It's
and remember.
freaking weird.
But yeah, so I did that because she likes the fair, and I don't.
So you
I-
sucked it up.
Right, and I told her that
Right.
that now I'm good for 10 years. I don't have to do this again for 10 years. That's the deal.
Oh, that's a deal breaker.
And she looked at me and she goes, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't have to do that again for 10 years." And she's like, "Well, what if we were to have kids?" I'm like, "Right, they'll be 10
Oh
when
my.
we go and do it, or however old they could be 7. Who knows? You know what I mean?" And she's like, "You're kidding," and I'm like, "Try me."
Yikes.
So I don't know.
Speaking of,
It wasn't bad. She thought I didn't like it. I didn't have a bad time. It was, we just went through the buildings. I almost got suckered into buying a fucking electronic picker-upper thingy. But then she looked at me and she was like, "No." And I was like, "Okay." And I just walked away. Because it was like buy one and you get one half off or buy one free or something.
Hmm.
And I was like, "How much is it?" And he's like, $40. I was like, "I get two?" And
2
she looked
for
at me.
40?
Yeah, and she looked at me and she was like, Don't do that." And I was like,
Well,
"Okay."
to be fair, Bob,
trust
you
you.
are 6'8", so really you don't need any picker-upper thing.
Right.
You're top shelf tall. So
Yeah. So I trusted her judgment.
I agree.
But yeah. And then I bought like 2 plaques, like a Michael Jordan plaque and a Mike Piazza plaque thing,
Okay.
like $12 each. That wasn't bad. But I had a good time. Like I don't mind going. I guess I could say I don't mind going to the fair as long as it's not like 11 a.m. It's
No.
97 degrees outside,
Yeah.
and there's going to be 40,000 people there.
Right.
Like I'm good. We went at like 4:30, got there around 5.
Yep.
It was a relatively cool day. It was probably like 75 maybe.
Yep.
Like it was fine. Like it wasn't unpleasant.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do
Yeah,
it.
because like when we went with Hogan 98 money, it wasn't an extremely hot day.
No.
There wasn't a whole lot of people there because
It was
we got
later.
there later at night,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is the go-to thing. So, and I don't play games. I don't like playing.
No.
I don't like the
Waste of
little
money.
freaking rides and shit.
Right.
They're like, "Well, dude, you can go there and get the food." I'm like, "What am I gonna do? Get Tully's tenders that cost me $9 for 2?
Right.
When I can just go to the restaurant and get the whole meal for $7.49? Like, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna do that."
Right. And for those of you who don't know or are not familiar with local New York stuff, the Great New York State Fair is unlike any in the country. And it goes for what, about a week and a half or something, Bob?
It's going longer now, man. It's like 2 weeks.
Okay, so it's about a 2-week process. People from all around the country come to this fucking thing. There's easily at any given point 30,000 people there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal. And I remember with friends, you almost go every year. You try to do every other just because it's the same fucking thing every time.
Literally.
You know, you go, I get the fucking lobster mac and cheese. Okay, you get the fried dough, right? Villa pizza. And then you call it a day, really. There's really not much going on at the state fair. But there's not much going on in Syracuse. So when the state fair's in town, that's what fucking everybody does.
Yeah. And the thing, too, I think that made it even more enjoyable. Well, before I get into that, we went to a Syracuse Mets game. So she likes baseball, though. So it was a win-win for that. And then instead of driving to the fair, we just took we took a bus down.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Yeah, parking at the stadium.
Mm-hmm. No, we didn't even. We went to. It was the one over by the new Duncan or whatever. I can't remember. But I can't remember the road. Farrell Road.
No, I don't know.
But yeah, we went there and it was just like way easier.
Yeah.
Because she was concerned about like traffic and everything. I was like, that's a really good point. So we just took the bus.
Yeah.
And like the guy like drives like maybe 5 minutes, and I'm like, we're already fucking here? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was way easier. So like, as long as if we did it the same way, don't tell her I said this, and hopefully she's still sleeping, so that way she doesn't hear me say it. But like, if it's presented to me the same way for like next year, I would do it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Right. To give you an idea where we're at in the match here, folks, we are in the corner. Ric Flair is punching with a closed fist. There really hasn't been much action.
That's as to be expected with this.
Yeah. I would say this show as a whole has been kind of lackluster when it comes to action.
Yeah. Again, this is kind of killing my vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like Spring Stampede 94 is one of going into this. It was like, yeah, man, as a kid, I would always pop in the tape trading tape that I got from some guy from Orlando, Florida, ironically, and just watch it all the time. Sure, it was grainy and like wasn't as clear as it is right now on the network, but I mean, really, the street fight with the tag titles was good just because it was cringeworthy.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the Muta Steve Austin match. I know you didn't.
I did not. I mean, I liked the final like 30 to 45 seconds of it.
Yeah,
that was good. But what else was there? The Bunkhouse and Dustin Rhodes. Boss Vader might be the match of the night.
You know what? It's funny, but I think I almost agree with you. And it's too bad, too, because even the Rude match wasn't great.
It wasn't.
And there's nothing memorable about it. And after watching it back, now I know I haven't seen that match before. I think the only match that I have actually seen before from this card is the Steve Austin Muta match. So, yeah.
See, I'm afraid to look back at my review that I wrote about this like 10 years ago. Because I probably like overly praise everything.
Maybe, yeah.
But I always I don't like to rewrite reviews because when I watched it the first time, I feel like that's an authentic look at it.
You know what I'd like to do for you, and I know that you'd probably not be into it.
What?
But guess what else happened right around this time in 1994?
You were born.
Well, that is correct, but that is not the point I'm making here. The Super J Cup was indeed right around this time. Okay. And I still regard that as one of the best shows that I have ever watched.
So what are you trying to insinuate? We do a live watch of the Super J Cup?
I would like to do a live watch of the Super J Cup.
Isn't that like 6.5 hours long?
Incorrect.
Oh.
It is roughly 4. So.
No, Bob, it's not 6. It's 5.5.
Just throwing that out there. I don't know if there'd be much interest with our regular listeners. But I think for variety's sake, I'd like to have you chew on something a little different.
To watch that?
I'm sure there is. You know, you got the hookups.
Oh, so you're saying I have to go out of my way to go get it?
out of
Because
your
you have the DVD for it, correct?
Yes, I do.
Well, let me see if I can just readily find it like right now.
Of course, Super J Cup 1994, put together by Jushin Liger and New Japan Pro Wrestling, a 2-night event bringing together really the best wrestlers, forget juniors, the best wrestlers in the world at the time. Guys like Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Jushin Liger, El Samurai, so many good guys.
Wow. Okay.
Great Sasuke. There's another one.
All right, we get it. You have a boner for all these guys. We get it. You said 1994?
Correct. 94.
Damn it. What are the odds that's on YouTube?
Slim to none.
Damn it.
What? You couldn't find it on your site, huh?
Well, wait. What is this?
There's no way the full tournament is on YouTube in one video.
It's not. Damn. Yeah, because there's definitely like Dean Malenko's not in that, right?
No, not in the Super J Cup 94.
Okay. All right. Well, Steamboat just hit a superplex, so that's good. Right on the surgically repaired back of Ric Flair from a plane crash. That's some friend,
Oh, of course they have 95.
Oh, you just go on the same page.
And it's in its entirety, 95.
Yeah, of course. What? Is that right? Super J Cup 94. Is there a Liger Hayabusa match?
Yes. And that is Hayabusa's first match back from Mexico after turning into the Hayabusa gimmick. He's very green. He's very young. But that is indeed a tournament match.
So you know what I could probably do?
Piece together them all in a playlist and just do it like that?
No.
Oh.
I would not waste my time.
I was going to say, no, Bob, you're not doing that.
I know what I could do. You said it's New Japan, right?
New Japan, yeah. The following year, WAR, Wrestling and Romance, would host the tournament.
91. Jesus Christ, this is going to take me forever.
I'm surprised that isn't a readily available show on the regular sites.
On the old interwebs?
That you visit.
Well, 94. Oh, that's okay. I see what they did there. Do we know the date?
I want to say it's mid-April. Let me see.
No, well, I found it. I definitely found it. This is definitely what I'm looking for. Okay, so wait a minute.
April 16th.
Are you sure Dean Malenko's not in it?
In the 94?
Super J Cup?
Let me see. He is in it. But you know why I forgot?
Why?
He doesn't make it very far.
Oh. Well, I definitely found it. And it runs for 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Correct.
It would cost me $5.99.
What?
Yeah.
On what?
IVP videos.
Oh, that's where I got mine from.
Well, then why the hell are you... What? Jeez,
well,
man.
You're not doing what I thought you were going to
do. What did you think I was going to
do? Fucking steal it like everything else.
No, I am a law-abiding citizen.
Well, you could have fooled me, son of a bitch.
Wow. Well, just looking at these cards, I mean, I know a few of these guys.
Shinjiro Otani is very good as well, and he's been in WCW a couple times.
Yeah, I've seen him wrestle before.
Super Dolphin.
Fuji?
Ricky Fuji's good. Super Dolphin's a guilty pleasure.
I'm uncomfortable watching Chris Benoit matches.
That's fucking bullshit.
Steamboat's got the figure 4 of Doom on the Nature Boy.
Wow, I can't believe I forgot Dean is in that tournament.
No, that's embarrassing, man. That's
Shit.
fucking... Probably should have realized that. All right. Well, okay. So here's my problem with this. I can't buy just one show.
Oh boy, here we fucking go.
I can't. It makes no sense.
Here we fucking go.
The last time I bought from IVP Videos, which I've done,
spent fucking what, $80?
Okay, nice try. Try like 140.
Jesus Christ!
And I bought like 45 shows.
Hasn't watched fucking any of them.
I watched half of the the January 4th, 1992 Tokyo Dome show.
Fucking A.
And I haven't watched any of it since. But it's fine. At least I know I have it.
That's horrible.
Steamboat tried to win with a counter to the vertical suplex here.
How many fans do you think in the front row have or at least have watched or plan on watching the Super J Cup in the next couple of days?
In the front row of this show?
Yeah, in the front row of this show.
None.
Fucking zero.
I would die if the two kids to the left as this backslide is happening, if they like 5 years later ordered the Super J Cup,
yeah, this
like
show,
tape trading or something.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, remember when we were at Spring Stampede? This match was happening at the same time. That'd be pretty funny. I don't know. I don't think this type of wrestling connects with me.
With what? Steamboat Flair?
Yeah, because like it never connected with me even like growing up. At least this match. I think their 89 stuff is good.
Yeah.
Not to say that again, that this isn't a good match, but considering what I've watched over the years.
Well, I can't say that it's keeping my interest.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out into the universe, kind of see where that landed.
Well, it's landing in the toilet because I am not gonna watch it.
Bastard.
Bitch. No, but what we will have to do is we're gonna have to watch Extreme Championship Wrestling's like birth. You might be talking like, what are you talking about? Well, I believe the show.
It's later in the year, isn't it?
It's August of '94.
Yeah.
I believe that show is on the network these days.
Oh.
I think. I could be wrong. After this show, I'll search through some stuff and make sure that I'm not lying.
I'm cheering for Steamboat in this one.
You're cheering for Steamboat?
Yeah.
There's no way he's winning.
No. Absolutely fucking not.
There's no way. I like how there's a random ass ladder like stood up in the back left corner as
in the crowd.
That's so weird. Maybe that was supposed to be used for the street fight that they never got to. Because Cactus Jack got his brain splattered.
I was gonna say because he had to go to the fucking ER.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's been a few good matches.
Yeah.
This is definitely better than SummerSlam 1999 that I had to watch the other day.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was not pleasant. But this is that guy just awkwardly rubbed him down. That was weird.
Oh.
Come on, man. Ric Flair, never get that haircut ever again.
No, it's fucking horrible. It's like Lou Ferrigno's Hulk.
Yeah, this should be a hair versus hair match. Have Steamboat just win.
Please.
And then shave Flair bald. And then the next week on Saturday night, Flair can regain the belt. And it all makes sense. It just all works. What a surprise. They're trading chops and punches on the apron.
They've already done this spot on the other side.
Yeah, 27 times. And a crossbody. Look at that. But Flair can't take a flat back bump, so that looked weird. Like literally, he's programmed that he cannot do it.
Yeah.
He's even talked about it. Holy hell, Flair just did a clothesline. It was like relatively good.
It was a little awkward.
Even Steamboat's like, what the hell was that, man? Nick, what is going on?
Ric Flair, you throw a clothesline.
Okay, this never works, Rick. Although it did work twice against Vader.
That's true.
He just went knuckle deep up his butthole. He's doing it right now too. All right.
Oh.
Man. Oh my lord.
He's grabbing underneath the sack.
Yeah, that was an oil check if I've ever seen one. And Ricky coming out the top misses the splash. He wasn't even going towards Flair's body.
Oh. I think you're about 2 seconds ahead of me, Bob.
Well, good.
But not that I want you to fix it, because you'll end up fucking up your whole stream.
No, we're good. Are you going? Is he blocking the figure 4 right now?
Yes.
Well, then great.
The leg is shaking.
Way to tell me that's 2:40 in the show, you dick.
Well, I don't want to break the immersion. I don't want to break kayfabe.
Yeah, of course. This is Bob Cowling. I play the character Bob Cowling Jr.
Yeah, and if, cat's out of the fucking bag at this point.
Yeah. I'm a performance artist. I talk about performance artists. I don't talk about professional wrestlers. If I had to rate that performance artist, I'd give it 3.25 stars.
Fucking A.
Steamboat
is fucking drenched in sweat. You would have thought he was in a fucking dunk tank.
See, I don't really see the same thing. He doesn't look drenched to me.
Oh, dude, his hair's all matted. His fucking upper body's soaked.
Oh, yeah. But then you look at Flair by comparison, it's like not as bad.
No, Flair's hair is still like feathered.
Yeah. Maybe because it's so short that it's not reaching the sweat. But again, horrible haircut selection.
Yeah.
It's like they put a bowl over his head and they literally cut to the bowl. He just did like combing his hands through his hair and like nothing happened.
There's nothing there. And now it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I do like the 96 hair look for Ric Flair, where it is like actually really short.
Oh, yeah.
I do like that look.
Well, he has that even in like 99.
Yeah. Well, even later.
Yeah.
Yeah, even later.
That is funny. And I do like the Ric Flair in red. I feel like that's his go-to attire.
I do like that too. The red, I like the purple. I like the purple.
Purple is good.
Yeah. Blues, the blue, part of blue.
The baby blue, yeah.
Yeah.
What if Flair wore yellow too, and just everything is yellow? That'd look weird.
I hate when they do the matching gear shit like that.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Dustin Rhodes didn't wear his gear, because it's yellow on yellow.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's why. Superplex. Are we gonna see it? Oh. Guys are in the front row laughing. They're like, "Yeah, that was bullshit. That didn't hurt him."
He's totally fine. There's one couple that's like, I feel like the husband's trying to mac on her.
Yeah.
You've been enjoying these last 2.5 hours. Oh, Jimmy, stop it. You're not getting laid tonight. Okay.
You see Ric Flair in the ring? I'm going to show you Dick Flair tonight.
Yeah, these guys are all like super hot. And they made a bet. Like, you'll get laid if Steamboat wins. And he's probably like, fuck. Come on, Ricky.
He's doing the dragon noise. No, we got a ref bump. Ref's on the outside.
Nick Patrick.
1, 2, and a kick out. By the nature one.
The nature one.
Dragon suplex? No, it's
absolutely not.
Fucking submission. It's almost the hook and ladder if he slams him forward. I love that move.
I think Ric Flair should tuck his head down and then slam him.
Wait,
Probably
Steamboat
would
shoulders around too. Did he just pinned him with that? You gotta be shitting me.
What? You know what, man? I feel like finishes in 1994 are not very strong.
What was that move even?
It was like a double underhook backslide thing.
They just look like they fell in the moment of passionate lovemaking.
It was like a bridging. Oh, here comes Bockwinkel. Nick, what was that? I couldn't fucking tell you.
This poor guy's job has just come 10 times harder tonight.
Yeah, first he had to take the nightstick away from an officer, which is a no-go. You never do that.
He's had to come up into the ring every match.
Seemingly. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Flair's is like, dude, I definitely kicked out.
There's a
definitely
one
kicked
count.
out. And then there's Steamboat. He's like, dude, I definitely won. Sure, my shoulders were down, but I'm the challenger, and the tie goes to the challenger. Nick Patrick's like, listen, I'm sweating profusely. Let's just get out of here. I'm not restarting it. Flair won. Even though he wasn't in a dominant position, it's fine. He definitely won. Steamboat's like, are you freaking kidding me? I got out of the WWF because they were racist, and now you guys are racist. And they're just like, now there's fireworks, and he's probably like, you guys are shooting at me. And then that's why he's storming off right now, because you guys are trying to kill me because I'm putting up a fight because I have rights.
To party.
And then Flair's just like, I knew it, baby. I won the belt. This is the most important thing to me ever. And then that's when you hear his wife going, what, Rick? And he's
Do you
like,
remember
honey,
the big?
no, you.
Do you remember the big swerve at the end?
What's the big swerve at the end?
Well, I don't want to give it away because we're gonna see it here in a minute. But Bockwinkel peels the suit off and he's got an NWO shirt underneath. And then he gets right in the middle of the ring and he like spells it out with his finger. NWO.
Oh. And then Bobby Heenan pops up with an LWO shirt t-shirt on.
And it's like it's the stare down of the century.
With a bottle of tequila. And he's like, you ready, hombre?
Yeah.
And end scene.
Exactly. Credits roll. Executive producer Eric Bischoff.
What is that sign? E equals MC squared, and then there's somebody. Is that Bobby Heenan? Is that a picture of Bobby Heenan? I think it is. I don't get it. E equals MC squared, and then it's Bobby Heenan.
No, I think it's Tony Schiavone. They're calling him a square.
Is that what they're doing? Is that Tony?
I think that's what it is. Because if you look, it's E equals MC, and then it's the little picture, and it's to the second power. So whoever that is, they're calling a squared.
Yeah, for sure.
And
okay,
I think it's Tony. Because the guy's got dark hair.
I wish I could see better.
Or maybe it's Nick Bockwinkel.
Is that why they zoomed in so you can't see his face?
It might be Nick Bockwinkel.
It might be.
I don't think it's Bobby because the guy's got kind of dark hair.
Yeah, he definitely does. And even if it's a black and white picture, it still looks like a...
Right. That's a pretty funny sign. Oh, wait, I can almost see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to like...
I think that's Tony.
I don't know. I can't tell.
That's a good idea for a sign in 2019.
Yeah, it is.
I like that.
You're such a square.
That's like worse than just saying fuck you.
Oh, we're getting closer. He's smarting up. Let's see. Come on, man. I can't tell.
I know. He keeps moving it. It's moving too much. Tony, I bet you Tony's the type where he's really pissed off that the fans are this close.
Oh, yeah, probably.
You know? To where you'll see Macho Man on Raw.
This fucking kid's been hitting me with a cardboard sign for the past fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, well, Macho Man will be on Raw, like, shaking hands with the people behind him.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Bobby Heenan's like, you've been calling me a weasel for fucking 3.5 hours. I'm about to deck you.
Yeah.
All right, well, that wraps it up.
Credits roll. Engineer in charge, Pat Dixon.
You know that's exactly how he pronounces it.
Yeah, he says it like that. Crane camera, Rick Little.
Darwin Knort.
That's fucking made up.
Kemper Rogers. Joyce Atkinson. Frank Sinotro.
Santoro, you fucker.
Sinotro. Moses Williams. Doug Dillinger. Homer Aycock. Nice. Annette. She's a bitch. Bill Dundee. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Hey, baby. I don't know any of those people. There's Gary Juster. Legal Beagle? What does that mean? And there he is.
Production.
Yeah. All right. WCW Slamboree, May 22nd.
A Legends reunion.
Another one. That's what they did in 93. That sucked balls. All right. So that wraps it up for Spring Stampede. Totally ruining my childhood. Yet again. ECW Super Shows. I'm going to look this up real quick and see.
Not impressed.
You're a monster.
Not impressed.
Maybe it's not on here.
I can't believe that's Rick Rude's last appearance.
Yeah. Not because he's dead, but rather because he is he gets hurt.
I'm pissed about that. Fucking pissed.
I'm really disappointed now that it's not on here. I thought it was on here. But I do kind of vaguely remember them saying that the shows maybe weren't going to be on here. All right, November to Remember, Hardcore Heaven 95. Okay. But it's not even a pay-per-view. And November to Remember 95.
Dude, I think you're bullshitting.
What? What am I bullshitting about?
Rick Rude.
I'm not bullshitting you. That's real life.
Hang on. Why is he on the poster for the next show then?
Because he was scheduled to fight Vader, but because of injury. If you want to do the Slamboree 94 live watch right now, we can do it.
Well,
turns out I'm busy.
Although I do like Bash at the Beach 94.
Yeah.
I do like that show.
All right, so I lied. I thought I do kind of remember them saying that the show where Shane Douglas throws down the belt, like there isn't a full recording of it.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah, so never mind about that live watch. That will not be.
I guess we just have to watch Super Jacob then.
What's that? You want to watch Smoky Mountain Wrestling? Okay, so we'll do.
Fuck off.
We'll do.
Fuck off.
We'll do a 1994 for Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Sounds great. I knew you'd come around. We'll have to do that at some point.
Fuck off.
No, I mean I would do. Excuse me. I would do the Super J Cup because that's for sure a show I've never watched in my entire life.
And that's, I hate to say it, Bob, that's a show that you probably should have watched in your lifetime. It's pretty historic. Like, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but it's probably just people that have masks and they suck.
Half of them have masks. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, half of them probably suck.
Well, tell that to fucking Eddie Guerrero.
Well, he did suck.
Okay. Now I know you're bullshitting.
Yeah, well, he was the worst.
Well, I know you're not a very sympathetic person because not only are you disparaging the good name of Eddie Guerrero, you also haven't checked on your girlfriend who's been asleep for the last 3 hours.
Yeah, she's probably unconscious.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, you listen, Austin, you're a priority. Okay. Wow. She's the flavor of the week.
She's an accessory. Let's be serious.
Yeah. And you know what? She's like a pair of jeans. You know, you keep them around for a couple of years.
You break them in.
And then there's a tear. Yeah. And you got to toss them out.
Right.
So.
And they're a dime a dozen. You go back to the store, you buy another $50 pair. You're good.
Well, you know, you go to the store, you get a cheaper one, a younger one, and then you just go from there.
Right. Right. Not as good looking.
Right.
But you don't invest as much. Yeah.
And I've told her, I mean, she's 27. So I've told her as soon as she hits 30, I'm out.
Yeah, she's an old broad. For sure.
Yeah, and then she was like, Bob, well, you're 30. And I was like, yeah, I refuse to date somebody that's 30 at any point ever.
You
So when
usually
I'm
look for like 10 years younger.
yeah,
So
so this is uncomfortable because like she's an adult,
she's basically a grandmother.
right? Yeah.
So
So we'll see how it is. If I were Sarah, she would probably thought Spring Stampede '94 was a great show because she would probably think that's what I wanted her to say.
I can almost hear it now, and I don't even know her.
Yeah.
So
She was probably
I've
like,
never even
Boss
heard
was
her
really
speak
good.
before. And
Yeah,
I know that's what she would say.
She's a mute, actually.
Yeah. Well,
She
because when you
she
put
writes
her on
everything down.
camera, she just kind of gave me a little hand wave.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she tells me that in order for her to speak, I need to pay her $40 a word.
Whoa.
So I'm saving up for any kind of conversation. She'll
For
type stuff out, and let me tell you, it's like paragraphs because she holds a lot in throughout the day. And
Bob can only afford to have her on for 5 minutes.
Not even, pal. That's pushing it.
Yeah.
I could maybe get her to say her name and then be like, "We're done."
Right.
Yeah, and maybe not even the full name. So.
Yeah. Like a nickname that puts both names together.
Right.
So
probably like Suman. So.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as the pay-per-view is concerned.
Oh yeah, because we watched that for 3 hours, right?
Yeah. There's a reason why I might have thought that I've seen some of this, because when you read it on paper, as Bob explained, either the matches sound like fuck yeah, that sounds good, or fuck yeah, I've probably seen it and it was good. When it comes to the execution of said paper card lineup, was not very good. And slowly, I'm becoming disenchanted with WCW pay-per-views.
You're an animal.
Yeah, and I'm not too happy about it. So shape it up, Eric Bischoff. Or we're not going to the fucking Video King anymore to rent these pieces of shit. Because they're $7 a pop. You get a week. I need a week to watch this shit. By the time Saturday comes back around, I still got a match to watch. I got to go bring the tape back. And I got to rent it again for another fucking week. So you know what, WCW? You take your fucking Spring Stampede, you fucking shove it up your ass. Okay? I'm fucking sick of it. Bob, you're renting the next fucking tape.
All right, fine. I'll get Slamboree 94. We'll do it. Certainly not as good as I remember when I was like 17. I'll tell you that right now. But there was still some quality stuff to it, I would say. The Flair Steamboat stuff, I don't know. I'm not. I'll probably get the hate mail about it, but I didn't think it was that great.
I've seen better matches.
For sure. That went 32 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen better matches between those two.
I would say that my favorite matches were for sure the Chicago Street Fight.
That is like, I will never forget that.
1,000,000%.
Never forget that.
That was a favorite of mine. I would say the Bunkhouse Buck Dustin Rhodes match was a favorite of mine.
I can't agree with you there.
And then also Vader and Boss. So
you know what? Great big man match. It really was.
For sure. It went 9 minutes. And I was like, you could probably give them another 5 and I would have been fine with it.
And I hate to say it, but there was more big spots than like Sting, Rude, fucking Muta, Steve Austin. Like there was more exciting offense in that big man match.
Yep.
Than those matches that you would expect.
Steve Austin and Muta went for 16 minutes.
I did enjoy that match, though.
I did not.
It wasn't great. It's not great. If you're a Great Muta fan, don't go out of your way to watch it, unlike me, who like really fucking likes Great Muta. But don't go out of your way to watch that.
Just don't watch it at all.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I'm on the Wikipedia page for this event. In Wrestling Recap, some of my reviews are actually in the references of this.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God.
That's pretty funny.
That is classic Bob.
The stamp of the internet that Wrestling Recaps has is quite vast.
Yeah, apparently. So but yeah, I would say not. What is this right here? It says generally favorable reviews, 8.5 out of 10. Arnold Furious gave it, who has also written for Wrestling Recaps. Interesting.
Yikes.
Maybe it just doesn't hold up very well for 2019's sakes. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
There's a lot of worse shows to watch, but this wasn't as good as I remember it.
Last watch was pretty rough.
Yeah, better than Super Brawl.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. For sure, better than Super Brawl.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys listening to this enjoyed it. If you watched along with us, or if you're just listening to us ramble about various things and sometimes talk about the matches. That's really what this stuff is about.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about the bonus episodes. We're here just to shoot the shit, brother. Yeah. We're talking about mac and cheese. Fuck Vader. You're not tuning in to listen to wrestling. You're tuning in to listen to us.
That's right.
But really, it's wrestling, so we're not quite delivering, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, it's fine. You tune in for wrestling, and we're telling you about our choices for macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, and there will be a quiz. And if you don't pass, you don't get to listen to our fucking podcast anymore.
That's right. So if you're ever on this show as a guest host, that's going to be my first question. Is what kind of mac and cheese does Austin go for? And if you answer incorrectly, I will hang up on you.
Done.
And you will not be part of any future live watches. So
fucking done.
Make sure you open up a Word document, type it in there, and then when it comes up, you can hopefully have the correct answer.
And not only that, you better tell us because we're going to change our mind fucking 4 times.
Absolutely. We never remember our opinions or any of the things that we say.
Never. So at least keep the record for us because we're going to call you on it.
Right.
And then even if it's the right answer, we're still going to say you were wrong and still block you from the podcast.
That's the obvious move. Super Brawl 4, probably the greatest pay-per-view that we watched. And then this one was a kind of a stinker. Battle Bowl 93 is up there for a really, really good show. And this didn't even meet those expectations. If you can't pick up what I'm putting down right now, then I don't know why you're listening to this podcast.
So yeah, that's where we're at with it. Don't worry, keep an eye out. SummerSlam 92. Last 2 matches are coming. Bonus episode number fucking 1. Fucking coming. I know you guys have been waiting for it, but it's fucking coming. Don't you fucking worry.
Yeah, if you couldn't have guessed, that will not be happening. SummerSlam 92 is probably not going to get re-recorded. Or the final couple of minutes there. So that'll be a running gag moving forward. Episode 100, SummerSlam 92 is coming.
The lost tapes.
The lost tapes, yeah.
Good Lord.
Nonsense. Austin, you have anything else here for this bonus episode of Ico Pop? Because I definitely need to make sure that Sarah is actually breathing.
Let's let these poor people go.
All right. Well, for Austin Skinner, I am Bob Collins Jr., and this has been another terrific bonus episode of Ico Pop.
And you might not need it to watch it, but you gotta hear it.